Have we got a stadium? Yes. Have we got a college? Yes. Well, we can't support both. Tomorrow we start tearing down the college.
And Zach Arns.
Work. Hello, boys. Have a good night's rest. I missed you.
With DQ.
Just gonna go have fun. No one out there that I know of in the audience actively hates me.
Call or text the McClarty Daniel hotline 866-285-4005. With 6 locations in Springdale and Bentonville, a good deal is never far away. Ruscin and Zach.
But if they hate him, why do they listen?
Most common answer. I want to see what he'll say next.
This is Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
Oh, the week's almost over, DQ. We're going to be okay. It's the Ruscin and Zach Show. Glad to have you along. It is Thursday, June the 20th. There is not a thing in the world going on. DQ is here. Hi.
Hi.
Did you watch any top ramen movies last night?
I didn't.
What is the best genre, I guess? What food makes the best movie? Is it ramen? Yeah, I know.
What are some food movies?
Yeah, I think you watched the only one.
No. There are more.
Come up with one.
Let me think about it.
Okay. You can text or call 866-285 on 4005 on the McClarty Daniel hotline. Blair Cartwright will join us here in just a minute. CD is here. She will be manning the board here, and I'll see if I can make her life miserable, ask her a bunch of dumb questions. We've got some recruiting news, good and bad, that we'll get into here in the news segment, and then we'll discuss. Hagen Smith was named the National Pitcher of the Year, well-deserved. And DQ sent me a fun little meme regarding the College World Series earlier today, which now I believe is Texas A&M and Tennessee. Is that correct, DQ?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we will.
Did you think that was funny?
You know what? It caught me off.
It caught me off guard when I saw it too.
My daughter, Sparkle Farts, has sent in a text. Ratatouille is a food movie. Is that fair? Okay.
It is.
So we'll take your texts and calls at 866-285-4005 on the best food movies. Now
The Menu. That's the ultimate food movie.
What's the Menu?
That's probably the best one.
What's the Menu?
It's awesome.
Okay, you haven't told me anything about the movie. What
there's
is it?
this restaurant that's, out on an island all by itself, and people, the wait list to this restaurant is insanely long.
Mm-hmm.
And the chef of the restaurant is crazy. He's crazy. And the workers, like the cooks and everything, they are super loyal to this chef. They like worship him because of how, creative and insane he is.
Okay.
Yeah, it ends in everyone dying.
Colin, what?
Yeah. Everyone except the main character played by Anya Taylor-Joy dies.
Okay, here's a text out of the 479 says agree with DQ. Great movie.
It's
okay.
great.
Colin in Glenwood says Super Size Me.
That's a documentary.
It's Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle, a food movie.
I don't know what that is.
Abner points out California Raisins had a movie. Is that, their food, I don't know if that's a food movie.
Is it a documentary?
I've never seen it. I have absolutely no idea.
Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. That's a food movie too.
Okay. If this is where we're going to start, that's fine. There was big recruiting news today. The number one player in the state has left. He's heading to LSU. We're going to talk about the ripple effect. It was big enough that 2 coaches in the SEC felt the need to reach out and go, "Hey, dude, you just lost the number one player in the state." So we'll talk about that. Jules and Julia, apparently Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yes.
Okay, so now have you seen that
movie? I have seen the original and then Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Okay.
I do prefer Willy Wonka.
Okay, another vote for Ratatouille. Burnt with Bradley Cooper. What's that?
I don't know.
All right. Professor out of the 501, best food movies, Jaws.
Doesn't count.
Why not?
The humans were food.
Well, again, all we asked was for food. What about Good Burger?
I don't like Good Burger.
Okay, but that's not what we asked. We just asked if it was a movie about food.
It is a food movie.
Okay.
Just not one that I enjoy.
Okay, so I did not have this on my list of things that we were going to do today. When Blair gets here, Blair went and saw, in his words,
Fried green tomatoes.
No.
Humans were also kind of the food in that too.
Fried green tomatoes?
Yeah.
All right.
There's like cannibalism in that movie.
Okay. Okay. Now, if you're going to give me Fried Green Tomatoes is a food movie, you have to give me Jaws or any movie in which humans
Fried
are
Green Tomatoes is based around a restaurant.
Okay. All right. Here's another vote for Good Burger. All right. We'll get all into this. We have legitimate news, folks, that we have to get into. I need you to focus. Blair went to see, in his words, John Waite last night. Styx and Foreigner were also there. Got a very disturbing video from him. DQ, he wants to talk today about concert do's and don'ts.
Perfect. I love concert do's and don'ts.
What's your number one do?
Do? Honestly, I don't like when people sit for the openers.
Why?
Because I think it's rude.
To sit when the artist, whoever you're seeing, comes out on stage, to sit for the opener.
To sit for their opening person who they have, for like play for 30 minutes before the main show.
Do you think that's rude? So
I think it's incredibly rude.
You're telling me that I have to get up and shake my backside for a person I've never heard of?
Yes.
Yeah, I disagree with that. Wholeheartedly disagree with that.
At least you gotta at least clap after every song.
One of the things that I've started doing is looking at set lists.
I do that too.
To try and find out where about the intermission will fall. If it's a 3-hour show or a 2-hour show,
Yeah.
where your pee break is.
Yeah.
At my age, that gets to be like top of the top shelf. It's one of the first things that I look is, all right, they're going to play 60 something songs. Yeah, they're going to break right around 29, 30, 31.
I
somewhere
love
in there.
I think it's called Setlist FM.
Yes.
They use
Well, you got me onto that.
They pretty much have every single set list that you'll ever want to see, and you can look at it before the show
What if they have multiple shows?
What I always do is they do the night before, the few days before.
For me, that's a concert due. You have to check the set list. Like first, as soon as your tickets arrive, first thing you're doing is looking at the set list.
I didn't check for the Taylor Swift concert because I wanted to be surprised. But yeah, I usually do check.
Okay. Edgar and Spring, boy, we got breaking news all over the place. He's now reporting that J.J. Redick is going to the L.A. Lakers. DQ, will you want? You know what? Put CD on that. CD, look that one up for me. See if you can get me some confirmation on that. We got all kinds of things happening now. I'm with you, DQ. We'll talk about show openers, do's, don'ts, all that kind of stuff. You can get in touch with us, 866-285-4005. That is the McClarty Daniel hotline. You can call or text. Carius Kern, the number one player in the state of Arkansas, is out of Marion, is heading to LSU. And I got a couple of texts today that said that this is not the best thing in the world. Started looking at the top 10 players in the state, and when 5 of them are heading out of state, we're not in a great place here. Blair Cartwright walking in with a Len Dawson T-shirt on, smoking a heater. Yeah, smoking a Len Dawson. Well, yeah, good. And I think that was famously taken during the Super Bowl one when they're getting run by the Packers.
Yeah, this Lakers thing is not true.
Okay. All right. There you go. Thanks a lot, Edgar. Okay, Blair. So we have anxiously anticipated your arrival. Tell us about the John Waite concert that you went.
Phenomenal.
Was it?
Yeah,
How
it was
long was
great.
he out there?
He did 9 songs. He could have done more, obviously.
Does he have 9?
Yes.
Okay.
Between
All
the
right.
babies, bad English, and solo stuff, yes. It was very good. It was packed house. Styx was good. Foreigner was okay. No founding members of Foreigner performing. Because Mick Jones
really?
has dementia and is not part of this tour, so there's no original
So it's not
members.
Foreigner.
Yeah.
It's a Foreigner tribute band. Is what it is.
Basically, though the lead singer, who's good, wasn't quite Lou Graham.
Mm-hmm. Oh, who is?
But he's been with them for 20 years. So, it was a good show. The amp does a nice job. You could tell it was an older crowd. Not only did they have tequila shots, they had swabs of Icy Hot available. So
wow,
that was nice.
that's quite the range there to have the Icy Hot on staffs.
Well, you
for the
needed
older-
it for this crowd last night. I mean, I was one of the younger people.
Woo. Okay. All right. So we're going to get into your concert do's and don'ts. We've got news that we're tracking down here.
Okay, this might
Yeah, I'm seeing it now.
be true. Bleacher Report put it out.
And
What?
yeah, looks like J.J. Redick's going to be the head coach of
Of
your
the
Los
Lakers?
Los Angeles Lakers.
So we're back where we started.
pretty much.
Interesting.
Yeah. So what is the flag?
Oh, this is for the
Oh!
this is from the Titans game when they came back from down 28-0.
We Blair has gifted us a Chiefs flag from that was an AFC
Chiefs
divisional
Kingdom.
playoff game.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
That's when everything started to go bad for the Titans.
Yes, and everything started to go good for the Chiefs.
I love this. All right, we'll find a place of honor for this.
Yes.
We're going to do some news. We're going to talk about some recruiting. Got a whole bunch of stuff to get into. 866-285-4005 is the phone number. DQ, CD, Blair, all here, and me. We'll be right back. It's the Ruscin and Zach Show.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text BIKE to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text BIKE to 321-321. That's BIKE to 321-321.
It's Ruscin and Zach.
Give me the hug, Chuck.
Hey, it's Zach from the Ruscin and Zach Show. Join us Wednesday, June the 26th from 2 to 6 at Twin Peaks and Rogers. We'll be giving away tickets to the Fully Loaded Comedy Festival with comedian Bert Kreischer at the Walmart Amp. Plus, we'll watch the NBA Draft live. Come to the Lodge and indulge in 29-degree draft beers while you find out where the future stars land. You won't want to miss it. It's Ruscin and Zach live Wednesday, June the 26th, 2 to 6 p.m. at Twin Peaks and Rogers, your ultimate sports lodge.
Sign Studio is the source for complete visual marketing, so don't let the name fool you. We're not just signs. Sign Studio is your all-encompassing partner for advertising success. Need a logo? We'll design it. Want it printed on pins, cards, banners, or even tablecloth? We'll do it. What are you waiting for? Kickstart your brand with our custom products today. Visit yoursignstudio.com or call 479-250-4844.
Planning for spring at Lowe's means big savings on outdoor power equipment, and Lowe's knows nothing feels better than free. Buy one select Ego string trimmer, leaf blower, or mower kit. Get one select 56-volt battery free. That's up to a $299 value. Power through spring with Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 4/3 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Arkansas Golf and Power Sports offers the largest selection of golf and leisure vehicles with a full custom shop servicing all of Northwest Arkansas and the surrounding areas. Arkansas Golf and Power Sports offers 5 lines of golf and leisure vehicles, including E-Z-GO and Cushman. Arkansas Golf and Power Sports is a full-service dealership. Stop by 2733 North McConnell Avenue in Fayetteville or shop online at arpowersports.com.
Rock and Roll Hall of Famers, the Doobie Brothers. Tom Johnston, Michael McDonald, Pat Simmons, and John McPhee. The 2024 Tour. With special guest, the Robert Cray Band, live in Northwest Arkansas. Performing at Walmart Amp, Saturday, July 6th. Get tickets now at amptickets.com. For more, visit thedoobiebrothers.com.
How do I drive more traffic to my website? How do I increase my Google rankings? If these are just a few of the questions you have for your business, then we should talk. In addition to sports radio marketing, ESPN Arkansas can help your business be found online. From website design to geo-targeted campaigns, search engine marketing, social media management, streaming video campaigns, and much more. ESPN Arkansas is your digital marketing partner. Go to espnarkansasdigital.com for your free digital marketing audit or email us at sales@hitthatline.com to schedule an appointment.
Needing an electrician? Call the pros at Mr. Sparky. All of our certified electricians provide 5-star electrical work. If you have problems with an outlet, blown fuse, ceiling fan, need a panel replacement, or even a safety check, we've got you covered. Day or night, 24/7. And all of our work is 100% guaranteed. You can trust your electrical work with Mr. Sparky.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Absolute Janitorial Service is a family-owned and operated commercial cleaning company serving all of Northwest Arkansas. We have a long track record for exceptional service and clear communication. We clean multiple facility types, including office buildings, medical facilities, manufacturing plants, churches, schools, and much more. Give Absolute Janitorial Service a call today for a free quote and see what an absolute difference our services can make for your business.
Welcome to McClarty Daniel Country.
With 6 giant locations and over 3,000 vehicles, Northwest Arkansas is McClarty Daniel Country. Stop by one of our showrooms today to shop our full lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs.
McClarty Daniel is proud to be your premier automotive destination.
Need service? We work on all makes and models 6 days a week. Plus, our full-service collision center can repair anything, from a minor ding to a major collision. Have you visited McClarty Daniel Country?
Visit us online at McClartyDaniel.com.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe insurance should adjust to fit your needs. That's why we work with you to design an auto, home, and life insurance plan that's particular to you. Insurance that fits just right. Ready to check us out? Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Call my friend J.T. Finley at 479-521-4220 or come by and see him in the heart of Fayetteville off College Avenue.
ESPN 99.5. Join the local conversation on the McClarty Daniel Hotline, 866-285-4005. It's Ruskin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
In an effort to win favor with the university, we only read officially sanctioned news by the University of Arkansas. If you're looking for officially sanctioned news at your newsstand, just look for the collegiate licensing sticker at the bottom of your favorite newspaper. Your news is brought to you by the Good Chair, because I had to have a place to sit. Get the Good Chair only at the Stadium Shop. Stop by. No, Robert Joe Bonamassa sucks, and you want a seat in the Good Chair. We start only with positive recruiting, Blair. Maximus Martin, transferring from Georgia State, announced his commitment on social media yesterday. Started 43 of 44 games at 297. He's going to be heading to, he can play center field, he can play shortstop, multifaceted guy.
A Panther.
Yes,
Former Panther.
something like that. Arkansas's left-handed pitching ace, Hagen Smith, named the 2024 National Pitcher of the Year by the Collegiate Baseball Foundation. He is a first-team All-American, won that award over Wake Forest's Chase Burns and Ryan Johnson of Dallas Baptist and a whole bunch of other guys. We mentioned earlier the number one player in the state of Arkansas in high school football, Carius Kern, has committed to LSU. 4-star prospect, 6'4", 301 pounds, ranked 193rd nationally. Could he use them? That's definitely a position of need. Your Ruskin and Zach X polls brought to you by absolutely no one at the moment. Let's see here. These are DQ sponsored questions. Let's start with CD. Hi, how you doing?
Good.
Everything going all right? You enjoying your internship? Hanging out with us? All right.
Mm-hmm. It's been good.
Nothing bad's happened?
No, nothing's bad.
All right, good. To celebrate the first day of summer, which is your preferred summer treat? A popsicle, ice cream cone, or snow cone?
I want to say ice cream.
Blair?
Ice cream.
There's a missing fourth one, beer, but that, and the 61.8% of you said ice cream. 25% said snow cone. I'm not a big snow cone guy.
I'm not either, but they rake it in.
Good question here. When you're helping someone carry a heavy item, are you usually the one walking forwards or backwards? Blair?
Forward.
Oh, you're the...
Because I'm usually in the back.
Okay. CD?
Probably usually backwards.
Okay, 75.4% of you said backwards. Do you think you could survive the apocalypse?
No.
Wow. That was wasn't ready for that. That was sudden.
DQ apparently had a weird dream, and we'll ask that when she gets back on the board.
I've had the apocalypse dream.
Really?
But yeah.
I haven't had that one. Okay, so you're in on absolutely. You're in on no.
Yeah.
Your choices are absolutely no or maybe a few months.
Maybe a few. My dream ended before it actually ended. So that
Okay.
was probably
46.8% of you said maybe for a few months. 29.3% of you said absolutely. And those are your Ruskin and Zach X polls. Go touch grass. Okay, so Darius Kern, tackle out of Marion, commits to LSU. It was important enough that two coaches in the league text me and went, "Ooh, that's not good."
When they text you,
yeah,
that's
and
that's bad.
It was enough for two coaches to reach out to me and go, "Yeah, that's not good." So I started doing a little digging here and looking at the class, and the top rated player in the state of Arkansas that is committed to Arkansas is Grayson Wilson, the quarterback out of one-time CAC. Now he's at Conway. And I'm telling you, every coach that I've spoken to about him who has played against him, watched him say he can go. And these are people I trust, people who've played the position, say he can go. He's legit. He's probably undervalued as a 3-star.
Is that because he doesn't go to the right camps and stuff during the summer?
I think it's because of the competition he played against. Now he's going to go. He's going to go to Conway this year and play in the 7A West or the 7A Central, which is the 7A Central. If you don't follow Arkansas high school football, is better than the SEC West ever was. It is loaded top to bottom. It's unbelievable. Conway is a phenomenal football team, and they're probably the 4th best team in that league.
Really? Who are the 3 above them?
Well, you got to remember, Little Rock Christian's now in there. PA's in that group. Bryant's in that group.
Ooh, I forgot about that.
Like I said, I mean, Northside's coming to the 7A West. They're like, thank God.
Yeah.
I mean, they're out of there.
Oh, I forgot about
it's
Christian
so.
coming
Grayson Wilson, he's probably going to get bumped up to a 4-star. Now, the guy that is the linchpin in all of this, and I've had every coach tell me this since day one, is Omarion Robinson, who goes to Parkview.
Mm-hmm.
They have offered, Arkansas has, every player on that team at Parkview in order to try and land Omarion Robinson.
What position?
He's a safety.
Okay.
Position of need.
Name him position of not need.
Okay, that's fair. But Omarion Robinson plays safety. I've only seen film of him. He apparently is a wonderful talent and will probably be very successful. Now, here's where it gets dicey. Is the number 6 player in the state plays a Bauxite. He's a safety as well, but he's going to Oklahoma.
Yeah, that's
whiff. That's a big whiff. And the one that the one that gets me is the 4th ranked player in the state of Arkansas. He's a 3-star. His name's Daniel Anderson. This is where this is the question I asked both of the coaches who text me.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Anderson is committed to Notre Dame. On top of that, there's a young man that plays at BB, running back, who's committed to Penn State. James Franklin and Marcus Freeman aren't making that trip unless these guys can go.
And this is apparently a rare year where there's
a bumper crop of players in the state this year.
And
right now, Arkansas has 2 of the top 10.
Yeah,
now some are uncommitted.
That's not good.
Some are uncommitted, and you know Eli's going to be lurking. You know that. He's going to look. He's going to see who's offered what, when they've offered, how they've offered, and Eli's going to come in like he did last year at the last minute. He's going to get 1 or 2 of these guys. You know that.
Unfortunately, that is probably the case. Yes, and oh man, I mean that Oklahoma State game is just now so huge.
Sure, it is. I mean,
because
you talk about like value positions in college where you can't get enough guys on your roster: tackles, corners, big receivers. Things, those really high value positions that are in this Arkansas class. The number 12 player in the state, Josiah Rainey, plays at Sylvan Hills, corner, going to La Tech.
Oh,
I mean, these are just guys. These are positions of need.
Yeah, there's
real
so many
need.
positions of real need
and
away.
I know that they are. They're going to host a couple 4-stars in the next couple of weeks. And I know they're shooting high, but when you've got good players in your backyard and they're heading out of state, that to me, that's a big red flag. That is a big old red flag.
You're not winning. I mean, let's face it. Kids want a bag, or kids want to win.
Fair.
Ideally, they'd like both. Arkansas is not really winning a lot of games. Makes a difference.
Here's what, and I'm gonna. There are people that are just going to absolutely. I mean, shiver's going to go down their back. But I think we're, if Omarion Robinson is as good as everybody says he is, and I have no reason to believe that he isn't. We're offering a lot of guys at Parkview. Now, none that's the squadouche of the Parkview guys that have come up here in the last couple of years. Aaron Outley, Landon Rogers. None of these guys have panned out at Arkansas. Remember, they started pumping out these guys, and everybody got all excited, and not one of them has panned out. If we're going to throw a whole bunch at that one particular school and we're going to ignore everybody else, this has a very Springdale 5 feel to it, where we're trying to land one by offering, a bunch of guys around him.
Yeah, it's not good. Maybe the plan is, it's too deep to think, but maybe they're trying to get them in the back of their mind, so when they go elsewhere and then hit the portal, maybe they'll come home.
Maybe,
then.
and again, I know that they're hosting some higher end guys, 4 stars and 5 stars. I know that's the plan, but from what I'm being told, I mean, the Anderson kid at Bryant, there were coaches on that staff that wanted to offer him 2 years ago that he can go, he can flat play, and they were like, nah, we don't need him. And I know that they just got a running back, the running back from Benton. This past cycle, and okay, I got you. And running back is a position where there are a lot of guys, and you've got a bunch of guys on campus. So I get that. So maybe it's not a position of need, but to have never made contact or never made serious contact or made a serious run at a kid that's in the state, I don't know. It just seems like a massive oversight.
Just offer everybody in the state that's, what does it hurt you to offer everybody? Honestly.
It doesn't,
because things are going to change over 2 years. They always do.
Yeah, I've had coaches tell me, like, if you've got 10 guys in your state, that is 15 guys that you narrow your focus down to 15 guys that you have to get. You should be able to land the top 10 players in your state in a normal year. Yeah. In a normal year, you should be able to get 9, 10, 8, whatever the number is. But all of a sudden, you've got that backbone for your recruiting class. I mean, there's a class of 25 or 30 or whatever it is. This year, there are, and let me just pull this up real quick, 17 kids. All right, I'm going to take Garrett Odom. We're going to throw him out because he's going to go play for his dad. 16 kids ranked 3 stars or higher.
Wow.
In the state of Arkansas. This is one of those years. One of the, we talk about the years when Jarius Wright and those guys came onto the hill. You're in one of those years. You're in one of those cycles.
You can make a lot of hay.
Absolutely, you can.
You can
I don't
put up the fence around the state, but
there are a bunch of guys in this classic that are, I don't know if they're difference makers, but they could be solid contributors. And, you never know. You see them in high school. Everybody's good in high school. College is a whole different animal.
Well, plus, too, I think the fan base is willing to give the home state guys a little more benefit of the doubt, if you will, Plus, it's just, I don't know. It's just, to me, it's a win on a lot of levels. Then if you spend all your time trying to sign 2 or 3 guys out of Georgia, that's a real push.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Ricky in Boonville's texting on the McClarty Daniel hotline. You can have the best quarterback of all time, but if you don't have a good offensive line, it doesn't matter. No, that's my point.
We've seen
is the number one player in the state is a tackle, an offensive tackle. He's ranked 22nd nationally at the position. Yeah, that's a guy you have to get.
22nd nationally. I mean, think about that.
That's at his position, not 22nd overall, but 22nd in his position.
Nationally. I mean, that's
a top 200 guy. That's a guy you got to get.
That's a guy that's most likely going to end up in the league.
4 stars. That's just and look, if Brian Kelly down at LSU is willing to recruit him, and that tells me enough.
Look at the recruit
tells
list.
Me enough.
Yeah, look at the offer list. That tells you all you need to know. Yeah, exactly.
Out of the top 10, Arkansas has 2 of the committed, 2 kids committed. Notre Dame, Oklahoma. I hate seeing those schools starting to creep in. Even though, I'm happy for Daniel Anderson. I will cheer him on every Saturday. But you hate seeing, your hometown kids packing up and saying, you know what, I'm going elsewhere.
Yeah, we've seen how this cycle ends, and it usually doesn't end well. And it's going to take, 5 years. It's going to have to cycle through. I don't know. And it's going to get harder and harder with, who's coming in the SEC and whatnot. So.
Yeah. Well, the number 6 player in the state is going to one of your now rivals in the league in Oklahoma. It's just at a position, as you said, when I mentioned it to you, you're like, hey, that's a position of need. Yeah. And he's heading out the door. Now, long way to go in recruiting, and we all know that. We all understand that, this is a long, long way from finished, but it's not a great look.
No. It's, well, we saw that with Bielema, where missed out on a lot of in-state kids. Then Petrino came in and kind of circled the wagons a little bit around the state. And then, we know what happened there.
Well,
and I don't know. It's
not a great look. No. Not great at all. And I didn't want to get off too far in the weeds on that one, but you can call or text 866-285-4005 on the McClarty Daniel hotline. I read this yesterday, and I meant to get into it yesterday, but there's talk the tournament selection committee is going to meet this basketball is going to meet on July the 8th. They'll meet the 8th through the 11th, and they're going to do some discussions about how net rankings and all of these things sort of play into the selection process. But the one little tidbit that came out of it is that they're now considering, or at least going to take into consideration, expanding the NCAA tournament. The last time it expanded was 2011. Went from 64 to 68. It gave us the playing games, which I like. I like the playing games a little bit.
If they do it right. They don't do it right.
Well, they're looking at making the jump from 68 to 76. And making that play-in sort of a weekend by itself.
I could see that, but and they're still going to make Howard and South Carolina State, both 16 seeds, play in that probably instead of letting them in. See, to me, the teams that need to be in the playing game are the ones that are like the last at selection in.
This is what Sankey was talking about.
Exactly.
It's what Sankey was talking about.
Sankey wants.
Less Howards, more Texas A&Ms.
A&Ms who don't do anything in conference and have a marginal resume at best. We need to get them in, and it's trash.
According to the plan, I'm just reading this. According to the plan, the NCAA would keep the popular 64-team bracket, but would add play-in games involving the 10 through 12 seeds. That's one of the reports that's coming out.
It's just going to be.
Do we need more?
It's going to be the SEC Big Ten Invitational. But it's going to screw the mid-majors.
Absolutely.
Let's be honest.
Absolutely.
It's going to be.
Cal very won't have to see Oakland again.
Yeah, it's going to be the SEC and Big Ten challenge leading into the tournament.
Yeah, that's true. Now here's
and we'll probably watch because it's going to be the only thing on, but it's just going to be crappy teams that don't belong.
But that's what we love about the first weekend of the tournament is all the upsets and
the underdogs.
But nobody wants to watch Princeton in the Elite Eight.
No, no. But we'd rather watch Princeton, be the Cinderella than trying to turn A&M team that went 4-12 in the conference and try to make them into a Cinderella. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, they're just not a good team. They're not a Cinderella. They have bad losses as opposed to a mid-major. Oh, who's the team that got knocked out this year that didn't even get in that should have gotten in, or an underseeded team like an Indiana State.
Mm-hmm.
That's the team we want to see because one, nobody will play them, home, road, whatever, because they don't want to lose to them, and they get the shaft. But yet, the A&M team who goes out and schedules, Leon's Hair Academy and Jose's Nail Salon,
Leon's Hair Academy,
and lose to them at home, and then say, "Oh, well, we're worthy of being in." I mean, come on, because we beat Kentucky at home.
But you know what this is about? This is about league and money being generated to the league. If A&M doesn't make it into the tournament, that's a slot that they're not getting.
But how much money does it really cost?
It doesn't matter. It could be pennies. They still want all the money.
Oh, well, that's where the conferences have ruined college athletics. Because all they want is money. And they will kill the goose that laid the golden egg for
the NCAA tournament to make sure that they shoehorn South Carolina. South Carolina was one of those teams this year. That they proved not to be up to the task, but we're going to lose that magical, the magical runs. Instead of give me somebody who made a run. Instead of Oakland beating Kentucky, it's going to be it'll be Clemson as the 11th seed beating Kentucky.
Yeah, Clemson was like the Cinderella story, and it's like, they were like not really a Cinderella story though.
Yeah, that BE points out to think about Sister Jean and that Loyola of Chicago team.
Totally.
That's going to go by the wayside.
Those are the teams that are going to get the shaft on this.
Now, the team, the entity that's kind of licking their chops right now is the NIT. The NIT would love to have all of those teams. Get them together for a...
nobody notices.
No, they've got to do a better job of figuring out when to schedule that.
Yeah, but I agree. Well, for a team like Ole Miss last year, who was not very good, but yet somehow was on the bubble, in this new format, they're going to be in, which is garbage.
Absolutely insane. Is that you or me ringing?
That's me.
Okay.
It's a spam call.
You want me to answer it?
No.
You just answer it, with your local police department, and they immediately hang up. And then they don't call you back. It's a foolproof plan. Absolutely. Do it all the time. So that's going to happen in July. The big smoke screen was, we're going to go talk about how the net rankings work and all of it. Oh, and by the way.
There's too much analytics.
Oh, you were an eye test guy?
Well, to a point, but you look at the people on the committee, like the people that run the basketball committee this past year. How many of them were involved in basketball?
True.
Not very many.
No.
It's a bunch of administrators.
If Kentucky and Oakland play 7 times, Kentucky wins that series 4-2. But the one time that mattered was in the tournament.
And it's a television show.
Absolutely it is.
It's about money.
Blair is here. CD is here. She's just grinning ear to ear. She's loving every second of this.
She's having a blast.
Yeah, we'll talk to her in a second. We'll do our questions for CD coming up. Also, maybe the biggest blunder in the NFL this year happened to your Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, I don't know. I think the bigger blunder is what Jacksonville just did. But
we'll see. Also got Donald Sutherland passed away today at the age of 88.
Man.
One of the great chameleon actors of our time.
We'll
talk about that.
Animal House now.
It's the Ruscin and Zach Show. Blair Cartwright sitting in. CD's here. We'll be right back.
Are you not able to enjoy this summer as much as you want because of joint pain? This is the best time for being outdoors, but not if your knees, shoulders, back, or hips are hurting. Hey, it's Tommy Kraft. Don't suffer any longer. Non-surgical joint relief is here in Northwest Arkansas. It's QC Kinetics. Call them today. 479-999-1234 is their number. They're the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. I'm talking lasting joint relief with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. So you can walk and run and hike and play golf and move again pain-free. In fact, QC Kinetics advanced protocols have enabled tens of thousands of patients to reclaim their mobility. Hey, don't put it off any longer. Call 479-999-1234. It's QC Kinetics right here in Northwest Arkansas. 479-999-1234. That's 479-999-1234 for QC Kinetics.
Pay attention. This happens fast. You're on the forklift in your warehouse when it breaks down. You call Medley Equipment Company. Talk to Debbie.
Hello.
Debbie tells you they'll get you moving again. Debbie talks to a service tech.
Yep, I can do it.
Tech says when they can be there. That nice Debbie lady calls you back.
Hello.
Saying your forklift will be fixed in a few hours.
Nice.
Pretty fast, right? We're just trying to keep up because Medley keeps you moving.
I'm Branch Manager Bo Tommy. Visit medley.com or come see us at 2150 Ford Avenue, Springdale, Arkansas.
Splash into summer with a red, white, and blue sale at Burton Pools and Spas. For a limited time, buy an in-ground pool and get a free heater. Save up to $1,500 on Doughboy above-ground pools. Or make a splash with semi-in-ground pools starting at just $200 per month. Get fit at home with an endless pool and enjoy free workout accessories worth $700. Hurry to Burton Pools and Spas in Fort Smith, Springdale, or Greenland. We do more than build pools. We build long-term relationships.
Discover the Cigar District, just off the Bentonville Square, open Monday to Friday, 9 to 7, and Saturdays, noon to 6. Arkansas's exclusive Davidoff appointed merchant, offering rare and limited edition cigars, along with 1,500 varieties from leading and boutique brands. Join the Cigar District's private membership cigar club to enjoy their rooftop patio and BYOB perks. Whether you're a seasoned aficionado or simply curious, visit the Cigar District in downtown Bentonville and online at thecigardistrict.com. The Cigar District, where the cigar experience is reimagined.
Are you ready to upgrade your ride?
Head on over to McClarty Daniel Country. McClarty Daniel has over 1,000 used cars to choose from, so you're sure to find the perfect vehicle to fit your needs and budget. With 6 convenient locations in Bentonville and Springdale, you're never too far away from a great deal. But that's not all. If you're looking for something brand new, they've got you covered there too, with a great selection of new cars available for you to upgrade to. So what are you waiting for? Come on down to McClarty Daniel and drive away in the car of your dreams. Online at McClartyDaniel.com. Courtney Hollingsworth Auto Body, family owned and operated for over 40 years, is your collision repair specialist. Only 15% of collision repair shops achieve iCar Gold Class status, the highest training level recognized in the industry. Courtney Hollingsworth is proud to be one of them. Put your vehicle repairs in the hands of the experts. Call Courtney Hollingsworth Auto Body today at 479-751-3801. That's 751-3801. And online at CourtneyHollingsworth.com.
APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group has immediate openings in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you're a licensed CDL driver, heavy equipment operator, electrician, diesel mechanic, have paving or concrete labor experience, or experience in a quarry, apply today at jobs.crh.com. APAC offers top pay, a sign-on bonus, benefits including insurance, retirement, and profit sharing. Apply online today at jobs.crh.com. APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer. Lindsay and Associates are celebrating their 50th year in the real estate business and are the leading real estate company in Northwest Arkansas. Whether you're listing, selling, or leasing, Lindsay and Associates can handle all your real estate needs. With over 200 professionally trained agents and 3 convenient locations in Fayetteville, Rogers, and Bentonville, Lindsay and Associates is a winning choice. Go to lindsay.com to search all the current real estate inventory. At Lindsay and Associates, we bring great neighbors together.
Hey there, I'm meteorologist Majestic Storm with your 4029 Get Ready Weather forecast. It is officially the first day of summer, and boy, it's going to be a beautiful one across Northwest Arkansas. Plan for a nice mix of sun and clouds as those daytime highs rise into the upper 80s today. Overnight lows tonight only slip down into the upper 60s, and then we're heading into our weekend and we're cranking up the heat. Low 90s for your Friday with increasingly warmer temperatures through Sunday. I'm meteorologist Majestic Storm with your 4029 Get Ready Weather. Have a great day.
ESPN 99.5. The most influential show in Arkansas. This is Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on HitThatLine.com.
Blair Cartwright is with us, finishing his residency. CD is on the mic. CD, how you been?
I've been good.
Learning all kinds of stuff today. Today we did copywriting.
Ooh.
Yeah, we rewrote some copy, and I feel like we're passing on some knowledge. Blair's been in the industry longer than I have. Blair's been doing this for 40, right?
Is it?
Yeah, it'd be about 40 years. Yeah, you've been doing this. God, it's somebody older than me. I love that part. Yes. The news apparently true. JJ Redick is going to be the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Well, that podcast with LeBron just got real interesting. Right?
I got to be honest with you. I would like to do a podcast with LeBron and see what I get out of it.
Is he going to still do the podcast? Is he going to be like Doug Gottlieb, who got the Wisconsin Green Bay job, and will still do who's?
I'm not sure how this is going to work out, but I think LeBron has a guy now who will do whatever he tells him to, and things are going. Now, the funniest thing that came out yesterday was Rich Paul was talking about the Lakers not or LeBron. It's not necessarily a guarantee that whoever drafts Bronny is where LeBron's going to go. He's not going to sign a minimum league minimum deal or anything like that. And then the quote came out, and I'm paraphrasing the quote, but he said, "Look, if LeBron wanted to, we could make the Lakers draft Bronny at 17. So let's blow up an entire organization for one guy."
That's not. Yeah. I mean, honestly, why would you even draft him? Because you know he's gonna. I mean, just sign him as an unrestricted free agent.
He is not an NBA player, but it is what it is. Here's a text out of the 479. Rajon Rondo's going to be an assistant too. Okay,
interesting. Well, I thought that was one of the holding points was the fact that they wanted to surround him with proven assistants because he's never been a coach.
Yeah,
and they thought they had Darvin. Not Darvin Ham.
No, they just fired him.
Yeah, they fired him.
Monty Williams?
And no, not Monty Williams. A couple
Phil
other
Jackson.
Guys. No, not Phil Jackson. A couple other retreads.
Kevin McHale.
No. Couple other retreads. But they were like, no, we don't want to be the tutor for this guy. When I've got head coaching experience, you want me to come in and be the lead assistant and babysit and train this guy when I'm qualified to do the job that you want him to do. So that was one reason they backed off him and then decided to go after Hurley, allegedly. But it sounds like they've got their
you're
trainers
going to have
now.
to surround him with people who've done it before, and
you have
first time. Look, the Lakers are not that's not an on the job learning experience. That's a whole different level than anybody's used to. There's a learning curve. If Eric Musselman went to the Lakers, there's going to be a learning curve with the Lakers. But he was at Golden State when Golden State wasn't the Golden State that we know.
No, but
they were an outpost.
He's been through the cycle, though. You're
but not
throwing
with the
a first-time guy into one of the premier franchises.
You would agree with me that being the head coach at Vanderbilt and being the head coach at Alabama are two totally different things.
Totally different
okay, that's
things.
what I'm talking about. If
But,
you're going to be the head coach of the Lakers, it is a totally different thing.
But when you have no coaching experience, I mean,
I
mean, at least okay, at Vanderbilt you can get away with that.
Sure. Not in the
Lakers,
pros.
Alabama. Oh, can you imagine if Alabama hired a guy who'd never been a head coach to be a head coach?
That would not have gone well.
That would be it would be hilarious for us, but yeah, that's just weird.
I wish I could read my handwriting.
You have that problem too?
I have a note here, and I just wrote it down, and I can't read it.
I have the same problem. Anybody else have that same problem? Good, I'm not alone.
DQ does. Pistol's handwriting. Can we have a moment here? Pistol's handwriting scares me. Quite honestly, that is going to be evidence.
How does handwriting scare you?
She's got that serial killer handwriting. It's incredibly neat.
But you can read it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's like really, and she prints all the letters. Like I had her do something yesterday, and like when she handed the paper to me, I was like, oh, God. Like you're holding it in the corner like it's a piece of evidence, at some sort of a trial. Here, it's the one under J.J. Redick. See if you can read that.
Yeah.
I have absolutely no idea what it says. But
wow, your handwriting is actually better than mine. I'm jealous.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine is, I should have been a doctor.
I always had handwriting problems. I always got, like in DQ, did you guys do this? You got the S or the S minus, S plus in your handwriting in grade
I
school?
got whatever is the equivalent of like a C in handwriting.
C, okay.
Whenever I was in second grade.
S is the equivalent of a C. S plus is like the equivalent of an A. And
CBS, who do we who do we root for?
Yeah, that perfect. Look at you. God, you just it's like
well, I've been around so
it's
long.
like
I can recognize hieroglyphics.
Yeah, we got a text here. I think it was from Doug in Mountain Home. Who are we rooting for in the College World Series?
Rain.
DQ. CD, I'll get to you in a second. DQ, who are you rooting for in the College World Series?
Texas A&M.
CD, who you got?
Probably A&M. I guess they're the lesser of two evils. I don't know.
Are they?
I don't know. I don't like Tennessee. I just really don't.
Is it a Vitalo thing or is it the university orange jumpsuit?
It's all of it all together.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all of it all together.
I don't know.
But no, I'm with Blair. Rain would be great.
Yeah.
Rain would be great.
This is like trying to pick which STD I want. I mean, that's fine.
I know it's painful, isn't it?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. It's I would probably side with Tennessee because I really don't like A&M. I don't have a vendetta or a grudge against Tennessee, but I really don't like A&M.
Would you rather see the coat draped in that stupid fur coat, or would you rather see that goofy war hymn thing that they do? That's
if sprained ACLs for everybody is an option, I say we go for it. But I mean, you're going to sit down and watch the thing, right?
Oh yeah.
So you got to at least have some sort of a rooting interest. Otherwise, you're going to fall asleep in the chair.
You're just going to watch it out of spite.
Yeah.
You just root for bad things.
It's just like it's like scrolling through your ex's Instagram, right?
Yeah.
DQ does that. She stalks people. Yes.
It's called doom scrolling.
It has a name?
I think so.
Doom scrolling.
You want to be upset.
Doom scrolling.
Okay.
And that's stalking people on Instagram.
Nigel's texted on the McClarty Daniel hotline. Which school shirt does DQ have on today?
I just have a brown sweater.
She says brown. Yeah, just a brown sweater. She's fine. But wearing shorts and a sweater.
Yes.
Okay.
Be a perfect one to get college on it, like Animal House.
Yeah, in honor of Donald Sutherland, who
Exactly.
passed away at the age of 88 today. I didn't realize he was in the Dirty Dozen. His catalog was very, very. I know him from Animal House.
Yes. Oh no, yeah. A whole generation of us were introduced to him in Animal House, but yeah.
Megan in Fort Smith has texted in. All of us had picking an STD on our bingo cards. DQ, did we print up a bunch of those?
Ooh.
Yeah.
No, fantastic. All right. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the apparently, and I did not know this until this morning, but the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl ring, $40,000 piece of jewelry, has a typo on it.
Yeah.
Now, I see when I say typo, I thought like they put chefs instead of Chiefs or something like that. I thought it was like an egregious error,
which would have been really.
It's on the inside of the ring,
which no one will ever see.
And it's the seeding for the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins were a 7 seed, and they on the inside of the ring it says a 6.
But to me, that's not really a typo. That's just I don't know.
I don't know what, but Travis Kelce went on his podcast. He's like, I don't give a bleep. It makes it that much more unique.
Well, that's how you're gonna know it's authentic.
Yeah, it's got the 6 seed
as opposed to the fake one that ends up at the pawn shop.
DQ, he's a 10, but he wears the wrong seed on his ring.
Could they just not remember or agree on what one it should have been?
I think the information got funneled through, and it was.
It sounds like, someone said, "Oh no, it's supposed to be 7," and then someone was like, "No, it's 6," and they probably thought about that for a while until they just said, "Well, it doesn't matter."
DQ, we've got some fashion questions for you. Abner's texted in, and he says, have you ever downcycled something, cutting jeans into jorts, etc.?
Oh, is that what
That's called downcycling.
I haven't, but I do know people who have.
So if you cut the sleeves off a T-shirt,
that's
downcycling.
Okay. Day Drinking in the 501 says you can wear shorts and a sweater, but not flip-flops and jeans.
Why?
Well, Ruscin came in here, 2 weeks ago? He was breaking in his new flip-flops for his honeymoon.
You got to break in flip-flops?
That's what he said. And he was wearing jeans, flip-flops, no socks. I take a lot of heat around here for wearing my flip-flops, but I never wear them with jeans. It's always with shorts.
The jeans were the thing that bothered me most.
Really? You not remember Nate Allen always wearing his Birkenstocks and jeans?
I do. I remember Nate yelling at his computer. These are the things that I remember. Asking him why would feel pain?
I saw him in an airport one time. He turned into a swearing tornado when the flight got canceled.
Yeah.
It's one of the most amazing things I've seen. I mean, no, he was spinning at a very high rate of speed, and swear words were just flying out, and he never lost his balance. It was amazing. And everybody was just in awe because this whirling thing, just briefcase flying and swear words everywhere. It was amazing.
We have a treat for you coming up next hour. Blair's going to tell us how he delivered to a nudist colony once.
No, it wasn't a nudist colony. It was
just.
We'll
get into that. We're going to get into DQ's concert do's and don'ts, which and we're going to.
I have questions about concert do's and don'ts after last night.
All right, because I do want to hear more about the John Waite concert.
Yes.
That you attended.
Oh no, and everybody was like, "Oh yeah, I don't know who he is," and then I'm like, these songs. Oh yeah.
DQ, do you know who John Waite is?
No.
Really?
Have you heard "Missing You"? The song
she
Missing
has.
You?
She
I know you
just does.
it.
Probably
hit.
doesn't.
Big hit in the '80s. It was remade with the duet. He did it with Alison Krauss.
It came out 20 years before you were born.
Yeah, it was in '82.
I've not heard of
He's
this
74.
song.
He looks great. I hope I look like that.
74 years old?
I know. It's just like
I
presented
hope
by
I'm still-
Metamucil.
I hope I'm still now. How are the lawn seats?
Oh, we're good. Oh, there's questions about that too.
Okay. All right. So we've got all that coming up.
Yeah.
You can call or text 866-285-4005 on the McClarty Daniel hotline. You can call or text. DQ is here. CD is here. I'm here. We'll get into some stuff. We are going to we're going to talk about DQ's generation and how we knew they were soft all along, but now we have evidence.
Oh, we just now got evidence?
We've got evidence.
All right.
That's coming up. It's the Ruscin and Zach Show.
It's Thursday, June 20th. I'm Phil Reed. This is your 4029 news update. The man accused of killing 4 people in Alabama and Oklahoma is still on the run this morning. Stacey Drake was last seen in Morrilton on foot yesterday afternoon. A Fort Smith man found guilty on multiple charges, including possession of a destructive device, is set to be sentenced this morning. Neil Mehta took a plea deal. The Rogers Lowell Chamber of Commerce is holding an event in downtown Rogers today for local business owners. It will focus on customers getting back and keeping downtown active after the storms. From the River Valley to Northwest Arkansas and everywhere in between, make 4029 your home for the best live, local, and late-breaking news.
All right, we're back. We got former tight end DJ Williams in the building. He's up in Northwest Arkansas talking about testosterone replacement therapy. Tell me more about it.
Man, absolutely. TRT, it really does help boost energy. It also helps improve that muscle mass. You got to have it. Even enhance your mood. That's big time for me. And the thing is, Josh, it's not just for us athletes or former athletes. It's legit for everyone looking just to feel their best.
Right. So MD Hair Labs and Vitality by Topgolf and Rogers is where you go to learn more. MDHairLabs.com.
Hog fans, this is Robert.
This is Elizabeth.
And this is Matt, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
The only Razorback store that is owned and operated locally by a family of U of A alumni.
And the Stadium Shop on Razorback is the largest Razorback store south of the North Pole.
That's right. Hang on, what?
Yeah, I said it's the largest Razorback store south of the North Pole.
That's what I thought you said, Dad.
Matt, don't egg him on. He's the reigning champion of his own conference.
Cool. Do I get a plaque or a trophy?
Anyway, folks, we have the largest selection of all things Razorback.
We do have pretty much everything a Razorback fan could want, from bedroom, tailgating, living room, hats, you name it, we got it.
You can give us a call at 479 Stadium. That's 479-782-3486. Or come by and see us at 989 South Razorback Road in Fayetteville next to Baum Walker Stadium. Hey, Matt, you want to tell them about the interweb, Instagram,
sure thing,
Facebook
Dad.
thing?
I think he means the website, which is shoponrazorback.com. That's shoponrazorback.com. And it's Facebook, Instagram, and X.
What about Twitter?
You mean Twitter, not Tweeter.
And it's called X.
Wait, what? I'm so confused.
Yes, we know, dear.
Just remember, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch? Every day, from lunch to late night. Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Stick around after the sun sets. Twin Peaks is open really late. Wind down with bourbon and late-night fights.
This June, celebrate Dad with a gift of adventure at Wheels RV. We're rolling out Father's Day specials all month long. Treat your family to a summer they'll never forget. Camping has always been a perfect way to disconnect from the world and tune into family and friends. We make it easy with exclusive discounts and bonus offers on our entire inventory, including Brinkley, Grand Design, and Forest River. Let's make this Father's Day one he'll never forget. Visit us at Wheels RV and start your journey to endless summer memories.
Who can you trust to sell your home for the most money with the least amount of drama? You need a team of agents with decades of experience, commitment, and of course, tens of thousands in marketing. You need the Lindbergh team, home of Arkansas's only instant offer program. Get a cash offer on your home in only 72 hours. Lindbergh Real Estate Group is the #1 team in Arkansas with over $1 billion sold and voted best of the best 10 years in a row, serving all of Northwest Arkansas, Missouri, and now the River Valley. Find out more at lindberghteam.com. LIMBIRD. Walk-Ons is always a win. Whether it's a post-game celebration, drinks with the crew, or an easy weeknight dinner, Walk-Ons has you covered. Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers and cocktails. Dig into mouth-watering menu items like po' boys, gumbo, and voodoo shrimp, plus fan favorites like juicy burgers and fresh salads. Find your nearest location in Rogers, Fayetteville, Fort Smith, Conway, and coming soon to Little Rock, or order online or in the app. Walk-On Sports Bistro for the win. Vici Aesthetics and Wellness can get you on the track to kickstart your weight loss journey with semaglutide or tirzepatide. They offer a detailed program to all of Arkansas, Missouri, and Oklahoma with in-office or telemedicine visits available. Mention this ad on ESPN and get 10% off your first package. Get started on the #1 prescription choice by medical providers for safe and effective weight loss while also reducing cardiovascular risk factors. Call or text Vici Aesthetics and Wellness today at 479-343-8424. 479-343-8424.
KKS Goshen Fayetteville, K237GR Johnson. Arkansas football begins in 70 days. Broadcasting live from the Cards Recycling Studio. Cards is the official residential, commercial, and recycling waste collection service of the Ruscin and Zach Show. ESPN Arkansas presents Derek Ruscin.
Have we got a stadium? Yes. Have we got a college? Yes. Well, we can't support both. Tomorrow we start tearing down the college.
And Zach Arns.
Work. Hello, boys. Have a good night's rest. I missed you.
With DQ.
Just gonna go have fun. No one out there that I know of in the audience actively hates me.
Call or text the McClarty Daniel hotline 866-285-4005. With 6 locations in Springdale and Bentonville, a good deal is never far away. Ruscin and Zach.
But if they hate him, why do they listen?
Most common answer. I want to see what he'll say next.
This is Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
It's 3 o'clock. It's the Ruscin and Zach Show. Glad to have you along here. Blair Cartwright continuing his residency here at here in Springdale. DQ back at the board. CD, your dad is texting. He said, Zach, proud dad moment that CD can't stand anything about the Tennessee Volunteers and that she is cheering for the lesser of two evils. Now, the lesser of two evils is A&M, but, you're making your dad proud. Maybe one day he'll call in with his very own part story, and we can start again. The vacationing Ruskins have sent me a text of their view today.
Yeah.
Not cool. Canada looks very nice.
Canada looks great, doesn't it?
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't need to see that, but I'm glad they're having fun. They text me drunk from a bar last night, watching cricket.
They texted
me last night because
obviously very drunk if they're watching cricket.
From what I was able to ascertain in between all the spelling and grammatical errors, they were at a bar and they were I guess they were getting ready to go to dinner or something like that. And in the bar they had one of the cricket matches on, which is very big in Canada, I'm told.
So it just happened to be.
It was on, and they were sitting
because they went to the
no.
bar
It was not the purpose of their visit, but there were a bunch of people around them that were into it and watching it. And I get a text about some of the rules, and I'm like, guys, you're on vacation. There's no need to text. You guys are fine. It's gonna be fine. But we had a little cricket discussion. I explained a few things, and they went happily on their way.
Cool. Well. They've been gone how long now?
They left Sunday morning at like 5.
Yeah. So they're getting to
They're getting tired of this.
Yeah.
I think they were tired of it on Monday when they started texting in.
Well,
anyway, so they are happy. I think they're coming home Sunday, I think. So he should be in a great mood when he gets here on Monday.
So they still have rested. 3 days.
Expect more texts. When's that next cricket match on?
Well, the U.S. lost yesterday. Got routed by the Republic of South Africa, who, by the way, is undefeated in the T20s. In case you were scoring at home or scoring alone.
We got our big win.
Yeah, we did. We beat Pakistan. Biggest upset in the history of the world.
Yeah, so we're good now. We're good for eternity.
Hacker says we're not buying the Canada location anymore. I will let him tell the story when he gets back.
Fair enough.
Okay, it is not my place, but they are just outside of Montreal, enjoying the greatest city in Canada, right?
Yes,
that's what we're going to go.
That's great.
Edmonton. Have you been to Edmonton?
No, go to Edmonton and go to the.
There is absolutely nothing to do in Edmonton.
Stanley Cup tomorrow night.
Like I said, it's the Ruscin and Zach Show. You can call or text 866-285-4005. That is the McClarty Daniel hotline. Now, DQ made me embargo this for an hour. So that she can come back and talk about concert do's and don'ts. One of her things is that you cannot sit during the opener.
I didn't.
No.
Yeah, you did it because you were a fan.
Yeah. No, and a lot of people stood up.
That's good.
Okay. If you go to it's like going to a sporting event. In the roundabout way, I'm going to get to this. can you wear a T-shirt of a band that's not performing at the
It's like
concert
wearing a
to a
jersey
concert?
for a team that's not playing at a sporting
Yeah.
event.
There were some folks wearing AC/DC T-shirts, and I'm just like, I think you might be at the wrong show.
I don't like that.
I thought that was just kind of odd. And they were matching
And it's not
shirts.
like they're not selling T-shirts. You can find
$45.
That's like the going rate for all concert T-shirts now.
Do they? I mean, I bought one at the Kiss concert 2 years ago, and I can't find it now. So that's why I quit buying shirts. Do they still shrink after you watch them the first time?
Because they all
three
use
sizes.
They all use Gildan or whatever that.
Oh, those are much better quality than what we had back in
Really?
the 80s and 90s. Yeah, you remember that? You'd buy a concert T-shirt, you'd wash it one time.
You say that,
and it would like shrink up. I mean, it was like 4 sizes smaller.
I have T-shirts I still have T-shirts from the 80s.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. I have my Catholics versus Convicts T-shirt.
Oh, okay.
I've got
Well,
that.
you got that frame. You got to frame that.
It is in a very, very secure location.
Okay, that's good.
It never sees the light of day. It doesn't even see oxygen, I don't think.
Okay,
because I'm
that's
afraid
good.
it would fall apart. It is
No.
a first run. Guy who sold it to me pulled it out of one of those styrofoam coolers.
Oh, nice.
So that I still have one of those. I think I have somewhere. It might be at my parents' house. Somewhere I have the first concert I ever attended.
Yeah,
which
was
I went to a Kenny Loggins Pointer Sisters concert, 1985.
Okay, I saw the sisters.
They're good.
Yeah,
They're
they
very
put on
good.
a show.
Oh yeah, they do. And that was on Kenny when Kenny was doing the Footloose tour.
Oh, he was like
He was huge.
He was the master
Saw it at
of all the
Summerfest
soundtrack
in Milwaukee.
Okay, nice.
Abner in Pine Ridge has texted in. He says that DQ doesn't approve of wearing the wrong band T-shirt at a concert, but routinely wears opposing sweatshirts on an Arkansas sports radio show, which upsets Jerry and Elma.
I don't think it's quite the same thing.
It's not the
though.
same. I
No.
wouldn't go to an Arkansas game wearing a Kentucky sweater.
Oh, I would hope not. I wouldn't have to.
BE has beef with you. He says, hold up, Blair. Sam's Club sold hundreds of thousands of AC/DC, Def Leppard, and Pink Floyd replica shirts for $8.
No, I get that, but I mean, just why would you wear it to a Styx concert or a John Wayne concert
I think
or a
the
Foreigner concert?
The graphic tee is a very popular shirt to wear.
Oh yeah, my
for
kids have
concerts.
my kids have the graphic T-shirts, and I'm like, name 2 songs that band sings. Huh? They're a band.
We'll get to that in a second, because if you're going to wear the shirt, you at least have to be familiar with the band.
But at least they're wearing it to school, not to a concert.
Big Mike in Waldron says he doesn't care. AC/DC shirts are good anywhere.
No, I get it, but I just find it kind of odd. You just look at a place. It's like you didn't get the memo that they were not on the bill tonight.
Bob and Branson dropping some knowledge on us on the McClarty Daniel hotline says Kenny Loggins is only worth $16 million. Oh,
is that
I think
all?
he'd be worth more. Kenny writes all of the good movie tracks.
Oh yeah, there was a time
he was Mr. Movie Track.
If you had a Kenny Loggins song on your movie soundtrack, you were gold.
Abner wants to know, what if you're wearing a Better Bands T-shirt, like a Metallica shirt at a Creed concert?
I just don't.
Would you wear?
First of all, I wouldn't be at a Creed concert, but if I was,
I don't know. I agree.
Well, you'll have a
I don't
chance.
think you should wear a graphic tee of another band
okay.
It's just odd.
at the concert.
It's like the people who wear Steelers jerseys to a Chiefs Dolphins game. I mean,
yeah, we see that in the London games all the time. Now, is that number one on your concert don'ts?
No, that probably wouldn't be my number one.
what would be number 1?
Probably don't get too drunk to interrupt the people next to you.
Yeah. Now, you were on the lawn last night.
Yes.
I have to have a chair back at a concert now. And, it's only in recent years that I've come around to this. I'm not big on the mosh pits or anything that goes on like that.
Yeah.
I have to have a chair back now. I have to have a place to sit. I have to have a place, after, shaking your can for a little while, I got to sit down. You know how it is.
Yeah.
I mean, DQ, we're not young like you.
No.
Plus, my knees and my back can't handle standing for 3 hours.
Yeah. That's why they had the swabs of Icy Hot available.
Exactly.
For us
Were they
older
handing those out? Or?
Americans. No, you had to pay. You had to pay like anything else. You had to pay for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I also
smart marketing.
What
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't like
Brilliant.
at all these
And the
concerts
Metamucil shots were
is-
ready too.
artists don't know how to design shirts for themselves. I think that
Well, they're artists.
yeah,
You're talking about the musicians?
musicians.
Oh yeah, well they're
I think
musicians.
that musician
They're not graphic designers.
I think musician T-shirts are some of the ugliest T-shirts usually
yes.
across the board.
Yes.
They just do not know what people want on like the T-shirt, because you want to go to a concert and you want to get a T-shirt that says that you went to that concert.
Yeah.
But it's ugly.
Yeah.
What
if
they
hang on, farm that off?
Here's a good question from Big Mike. What if the band has the same fan base, like Skynyrd and Molly Hatchet?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
That's worse.
Prairie Prince, who is actually the drummer for the Tubes, is a graphic designer, and he's designed several album covers. So I would imagine he probably designed some T-shirts.
Okay.
too.
What are the concert don'ts? What are the big don'ts? T-shirts.
Don't make out in the middle of the concourse, for God's sakes. Do it in the back of the
something
lawn.
that you'd like to talk about.
Oh my God! I was walking to get a beer, and it was like,
anybody you knew?
Get a room. I mean, they were older than me. And it was just like,
nobody wants to see that.
Exactly. If you're going to do that, fine. Go do it over in the corner, but not in the. I mean,
yeah,
not in the middle of the concourse.
I think that
Good Lord.
Oh, so there's another one, is because I've been in the general admission to a lot of these concerts, like in the front, where it's a big deal about how close to the stage you can get.
Yeah.
I think every time I've been in a GA, there's pretty much been a fight around me about someone trying to cut up to the front, saying, "Oh, I know those people over there," even though I know that's a lie. Because there was the last concert that I stood in the pit at. There was this person who was like, "Oh, I know those people over there. Can you let me through?" And everyone around me was like, "No, sorry. We've been standing. We've waited, all day for this. So no, we're not going to let you." And then this person was like, "Oh, I actually don't know those people out there. I just wanted to get to the front."
What artist was this?
It was 21 Pilots.
Okay. Wow, that's a little surprising.
There's I've had the worst interactions with fans at 21 Pilots concerts. I've been to like 5 of them.
Wow.
They're kind of the worst.
We were in the back of the
You don't
lawn,
seem like a
so it was
21
fine.
Pilots kind of girl.
I love them.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. Is that like band number 2?
That's probably my second favorite.
Okay.
So on the lawn, you can bring a blanket, you can rent a blanket, you can rent a chair, blah blah blah. There's a gal sitting there, and then there's like this, I don't know, 12-foot square area of grass. No one's sitting there. And we're like, "Is anyone there?" And she's like, "Yeah, someone's there." And then no one showed, and then one guy showed up later.
It was just for one person.
I guess. I mean, it was just kind of the people behind her. Just the look on the lady behind when I asked her that, and she said, "No, someone's here."
No, you throw your blanket down,
like
and if they want to remove you, they remove
Yeah,
you. You throw your blanket down.
And then they have the guy that comes around.
You can't
and
save seats.
holds the hands up.
No.
And they jam people into the
those
areas.
people need to be put down. No, those people, I don't like those people.
Really?
No. It's like being in a movie theater. If you got here late, that's not my problem.
That's a valid point. That's a valid point.
Thank you. All right, we've got news to get to. We have accomplished absolutely nothing so far.
Beautiful.
So yeah, it's exactly the way I wanted this. Hey, lots of summer fun and holiday weekends coming up. But remember, you get arrested on a Thursday, you're not seeing the judge until at least Monday. If you find yourself on the wrong side of the law, your weekend consisted of a free ride from the boys in blue, 3 hots in a cot in a county jail. Call Jackie Mock at Mock Legal Solutions to help you get out of a jam. Remember this number, 479-769-1505. She will protect your rights and help you navigate the criminal justice system for a low, flat fee. MockLegalSolutions.com. Real advice, reasonable price. We'll be right back.
Join the local conversation on the McClarty Daniel Hotline. 866-285-4005. McClarty Daniel, a vehicle for every lifestyle.
It started as a dream, and here you are. It's moving day. But wait, isn't moving supposed to be stressful? Oh, that's right. You bought your home using Weichert Realtors. Your Weichert agent guided you from start to finish to help make sure we found you your perfect place. Dream, move, home, Weichert. Call your local Weichert Realtors office today and make your move. And look for our bright yellow signs. At Weichert Realtors, we sell more because we do more. Each Weichert franchised office is independently owned and operated.
Robert Half research indicates 9 out of 10 hiring managers are having difficulty hiring. If you have open roles, chances are you're feeling this too. That's why you need Robert Half. Our specialized recruiting professionals engage with our proprietary AI to connect businesses of all sizes with highly skilled talent in finance and accounting, technology, marketing and creative, legal, and administrative and customer support. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com today.
It's Ruskin and Zach.
Give me the hog, Chuck. Madame Giselle senses a change in your future.
Is it a promotion?
I see a door opening.
Ooh, to a corner office?
There's a creature. Beady eyes, lots of hair.
Is it my boss, Dave?
No, raccoons everywhere. Your RV door is open, and they're chewing everything.
Not a problem. I'm covered by Progressive. Do you see a bigger paycheck?
Customize your coverage with Progressive's Pest Damage Protection and be prepared for the unexpected. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Pest damage protection available for RVs less than 6 years old. $250 deductible applies to any claim.
How do I drive more traffic to my website? How do I increase my Google rankings? If these are just a few of the questions you have for your business, then we should talk. In addition to sports radio marketing, ESPN Arkansas can help your business be found online. From website design to geo-targeted campaigns, search engine marketing, social media management, streaming video campaigns, and much more. ESPN Arkansas is your digital marketing partner. Go to espnarkansasdigital.com for your free digital marketing audit or email us at sales@hitthatline.com to schedule an appointment.
When you're looking for a new car, you want to shop for a vehicle you love with an organization you trust. You've probably heard that McCarty Daniel means making deals, but what I'm inspired by the most is that McCarty Daniel means making a difference in our community. When you buy a vehicle with McCarty Daniel, you reinvest right here in the community, in our schools, in our little leagues, in our food banks, and our people. So you're not just making a purchase, you're making a difference too. Come see us at any of our 6 locations in Northwest Arkansas.
Electrical work can be dangerous. Don't let a do-it-yourself mistake lead to a bigger problem. Mr. Sparky's highly trained electricians can handle all of your electrical needs, guaranteeing that your job will be completed safely and within code compliance. Trust the experts at Mr. Sparky. We'll leave your home even safer than we found it. And all of our work is 100% guaranteed.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Are you ready to upgrade your ride? Head on over to McClarty Daniel Country. McClarty Daniel has over 1,000 used cars to choose from, so you're sure to find the perfect vehicle to fit your needs and budget. With 6 convenient locations in Bentonville and Springdale, you're never too far away from a great deal. But that's not all. If you're looking for something brand new, they've got you covered there too, with a great selection of new cars available for you to upgrade to. So what are you waiting for? Come on down to McClarty Daniel and drive away in the car of your dreams. Online at McClartyDaniel.com. What's going on the grill tonight? Well, whatever it is, you'll find only the best at Richard's Country Meat Market. From the aroma of steak to perfectly flavored gourmet burgers and fresh kebabs on the grill. This summer will be a feast for the senses. Whether you're cooking up an inspired new recipe or a favorite family dish, visit Richard's Country Meat Market for the best meats in town. And Richard's makes it easy with curbside pickup. To place your order, call ahead at 479-443-0000 for ready-to-grill kebabs, bacon-wrapped fillets, perfectly flavored gourmet beef patties, quarter-pound beef franks, and shop-made sausages. You don't even have to worry about the sides or desserts because Richard's has you covered with their home-style recipes. So for an irresistibly delicious summer meal on the grill, stop by Richard's Country Market in Fayetteville, 1 block east of College and Rolling Hills Drive at 3042 North Market Avenue. Online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
Splash into summer with a red, white, and blue sale at Burton Pools and Spas. For a limited time, buy an in-ground pool and get a free heater. Save up to $1,500 on Doughboy above-ground pools. Or make a splash with semi-in-ground pools starting at just $200 per month. Get fit at home with an endless pool and enjoy free workout accessories worth $700. Hurry to Burton Pools and Spas in Fort Smith, Springdale, or Greenland. We do more than build pools. We build long-term relationships.
Hey, Ty Richardson for Brett and Shannon Brundage at Fish City Grill. Local Arkansans who grew up in the state and are Razorback fans just like you. At Fish City Grill, you'll taste the difference with fresh shucked oysters and their chalkboard specials. Fish City Grill in Rogers, available for curbside pickup and delivery. 479-636-8833. Come by and see their team at 2003 South Bellevue Road in Rogers.
Fish City Grill, your home for all things seafood.
When you're looking for your next side-by-side, motorcycle, ATV, or zero-turn mower, look no further than your local Wood Power Sports store. With convenient locations in Springdale, Fayetteville, and Harrison, we've got 9 brands to choose from. If you can think of it, we've probably got it. These 3 convenient locations also provide you with outstanding service and parts capabilities. Want to know more? Visit us online at woodpowersports.com. Pick your brand, location, or shop all 3. We look forward to earning your business. Wood Power Sports, a solid name you can trust.
ESPN 99.5. Join the local conversation on the McClarty Daniel Hotline, 866-285-4005. Welcome to the entertaining portion of the broadcast day. This is Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
In our continuing efforts to win favor with the university, we only read officially sanctioned news by the University of Arkansas. If you're looking for officially sanctioned news, your newsstand, just look for the collegiate licensing sticker. Your news is brought to you by the Good Chair, because I had to have a place to sit. Get the Good Chair only at the Stadium Shop. Stop by. Tell Robert Joe Bonamassa sucks and you want a seat in the Good Chair. Maximus Martin is transferring from Georgia State to Arkansas. He's a shortstop, an outfielder, hit .297 last year. Played in 43 of 44 games for the Panthers. Is that correct? The Georgia State Panthers?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah, in Atlanta.
Almost hit for the cycle last year.
Do we need a shortstop?
Huh? Again?
Do we need a shortstop, though?
Well, nobody plays center field. Started 12 games in center field last year. Hagen Smith named the 2024 Pitcher of the Year by the College Baseball Foundation. He beat out a whole host of guys for that. Second player to win the award since its inception in 2009. Of course, Kevin Kopps was the other one. Darius Kern, top-ranked player in the state of Arkansas in football, is heading to LSU, 4-star out of Marion. Made that known today. And for you Lakers fans, roll out the red carpet. J.J. Redick is your new coach. Yeah. All right. DQ, you have the polls ready to roll?
Yeah. Did you guys do these earlier?
We did.
Oh, man.
Sorry, we kind of have.
That's
it's
okay.
Not the same if you...
But
okay, answer them as if you've never heard them
okay,
before.
everybody who was here last hour, just pretend you didn't hear this.
Okay, to celebrate the first day of summer, which is your preferred summer treat?
Beer.
Popsicle, ice cream, or snow cone?
It's not snow cone.
I love snow cones.
Really? Why?
Snow cones are
then
wildly
you can
overrated.
I love snow cones because then you can add like cream to the snow cone too.
What?
So it's like a better ice cream.
No.
I love snow cones.
Why not just eat ice cream?
Just drink the
Because
cream.
it's ice cream, sometimes your stomach hurts after.
That means you're lactose intolerant. That's not that.
Well, you don't get that with the snow cone.
Because it's water.
Well, do you call shaved ice snow cones? Does that count? Like, do you know when I'm talking about snow cone, I mean
draw
that
the line on that?
I mean
Snow
the
cone and
very
shaved
very
ice.
shaved ice.
That's a
I love
marketing
them.
ploy, isn't it?
62% of people said ice cream.
Okay.
24% agree with me and say snow cone.
All right.
When you're helping someone carry a heavy item, are you the one walking forwards or backwards?
If you strategically, you want to be going forwards. Going backwards sucks because you can fall down, get run over, miss a step. It's you strategically you want to be pushing, not pulling.
Yes.
The person in charge is usually the one
also true.
Walking forward.
Very, very true.
I think I usually end up walking backwards.
Why?
Because I don't want to be the reason someone else gets hurt, I guess. Like, I have a huge fear that someone will drop something or trip and fall.
But that's on
you're
them.
at a bigger risk, though, when you're in front.
Yeah, you're
Especially going
more likely to trip or
downstairs.
fall.
Yeah, but that's...
Yeah.
I would rather trip than be the reason someone else trips. If that makes sense.
Okay.
73% of people say that they also walk backwards.
Wow.
And do you think you could survive the apocalypse, because I had a really
I want to hear about this
dream last night.
I think I can make it for a little bit.
47% said maybe for a few months. 29% said absolutely, and 23% said no. Those are your Ruskin and Zach X polls. Go touch grass.
All right, let me hear about this apocalyptic dream that you had.
Have you seen the movie A Quiet Place?
No.
Okay, well, it's John Krasinski wrote it. So.
Oh, okay.
From The Office?
From The Office.
Okay.
So it's about, it's the apocalypse, and these, I guess they're aliens. They came down to Earth, and they can't see, but they have really good hearing. Okay, so you can't make noise. Like, nobody talks. Everyone talks in sign language. And any kind of noise, no matter where you are, draws these creatures to you.
Okay.
Even if you're out in the middle of the woods.
Okay,
So,
interesting premise. Go ahead.
there is, I guess I've been thinking about this because there is a Silent Place or A Quiet Place Day 1 movie coming out soon where it explains why these things happened and how people survived on the very first day when you didn't know that you had to be quiet for them not to catch you. But anyway, I had a dream last night where those creatures were invading
Northwest Arkansas.
Earth.
Northwest Arkansas?
Yeah. Well, I think I was at the beach. But so I had this whole dream where I was in the apocalypse, and I was doing pretty well for myself.
You're fending well.
And I was also keeping everyone else with me alive.
The old superhero dream.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this has kind of changed my perspective on the apocalypse.
You think you can make it?
Wait, I thought when the apocalypse hits, it's done.
Yes.
There's no. I mean, it's that's it.
They've taken the
that's the
apocalypse
showstopper.
and now this is. I mean, these creatures are the apocalypse. So it may take a little bit of time.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's not like an instant thing.
Yeah, to me, the apocalypse. Okay, done. Show's over.
Right. We're out of here. What did you eat last night prior to going to bed that you would have had an apocalyptic dream?
I ate a chicken sandwich.
Were there mushrooms on the chicken sandwich?
Yeah, exactly.
No.
No.
There was cane sauce on the chicken sandwich.
All right. Okay, well, I can't wait to hear what you dream about tonight. Now, DQ had a rough night last night. She came in, she was very sore this morning. DQ went out, touched grass last night, and what were you doing?
I was moving boxes.
How many?
A lot.
Forward or backwards?
Just myself. So, my mom was helping, but we weren't.
Forward.
Yes.
For those of you that think that DQ is aging faster than the rest of us, we got confirmation, or at least another little nugget that you are correct. DQ walked in and she's like, we were out really late last night, loading boxes, moving boxes. I'm like, oh, how late were you out? 10.
Really?
That's pretty late.
You got home earlier than I did.
DQ,
Lord.
for 10 is late for me.
Oh,
10 is late for Blair.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We got home at like 11.
You're in your mid-20s. You should be able to make it to like 10:30. Like, you shouldn't even think about bed before 10:30.
I go to bed pretty early.
Why?
I usually go to bed before I had even left the firework tent.
Text out of the 870 would like to know if you were at Moonshine Beach on Table Rock Lake. Was that the beach that you were on?
I don't think so.
Speaking of moonshine, DQ, what's going on with you Gen Zers? A new study out today that 64% of legal drinking age Gen Zers in the U.S. haven't had alcohol in 6 months. I knew you guys.
Did you just pull that right out of my life? Because I also haven't.
No, I know. And when I saw this, I was like, "This is DQ to a T."
Wow.
We knew you guys were soft, but what's going on?
I think people just don't like drinking anymore. It's bad for you.
So what do y'all do? I mean, you gotta have a
really.
vice.
What do y'all do?
You gotta have a vice.
Outside of living in your parents' basement, obviously you don't. Yeah. What do you Gen Zers do?
I don't know. Some people smoke weed, I guess.
Because that's healthier?
I guess that's probably what most people do.
Okay.
It is probably healthier than binge drinking alcohol.
Okay. It says, and I'm just quoting the study here, a surprisingly large proportion of younger legal drinking age communities are now claiming that they abstain from alcohol altogether, according to the Consumer Research COO, Richard Halstead. This is particularly true in Asian and North American countries, but moderation is also becoming prevalent in other markets across Europe, Asia, and Australia. You guys are killing us.
Wow.
That's actually insane that because I haven't had anything. I haven't had alcohol since New Year's.
Huh. Wow. Chris in Fayetteville says he hasn't had alcohol in 27 minutes. Chris is probably one of us.
I think people start drinking younger, or people, drink a lot in college when they're under 21. So then by the time you get to
21, it's not cool anymore.
Get to the bar scene. Yeah. I went to the bars for a year, and then I was kind of sick of it.
Now, according to this research, it says now you have Gen Zers, correct?
Yes.
Your children are Gen Zers. Now I want you to think of your children when I say this. Oh, Lord. According to Christy Osborne, who runs one of these research groups, she said one of the reasons is as simple as there's more awareness among Gen Zers that alcohol is detrimental.
That's probably true.
I know a lot of Gen Zers, and they're not aware. They don't have enough self-awareness to like take a shower, tie their shoes,
get up before noon. Throw something in the trash.
Yeah, please. Anything like that.
Walk the dog. Let the dog out.
Is there anything you want to get off your chest, Blair?
Yeah.
It feels like there's something you want to talk about.
No, I mean, that's crazy.
Now, Gen Xers starting to,
if there's not a TikTok video on it, they're not aware.
Yeah, right. Keith in Bentonville, I'm guessing a Gen Xer. What's moderation?
If you have to ask.
You have to ask. Here's a text out of the 479. They were all raised by a bunch of alcoholics. As a beer salesman, according to Chaz, I'm going to need Gen Z to step up their game, please. You're going to put Chaz out of business.
I bet they're fine. People drink a lot of beer.
Do it for the economy, people. Come on.
Caleb in Pangburn says they are dancing for TikTok videos and raging on Call of Duty and Fortnite. This generation is soft.
Yeah. Pray for our country. In the future.
Here's somebody out of the 479 that says they don't want to run into Ty at the bar.
Oh, that's not nice.
Let's see here. Jeff from Port Smith, the reason Gen Zers don't drink as much, it's because they have to confront their mom and dad because they're still living at home. DQ, your generation's taking on some water here.
Haven't figured out to put the mini fridge in the basement.
Anyway.
The brown paper bag is your friend, Gen
Of course
Z.
it is.
Come on.
Absolutely. And was genuinely concerned. Like I have a full-on bar in my house.
Yeah.
And my daughter's getting to that age where she's a teenager and she's aware. And I'm like, man, I'm going to have to start like locking this stuff down. And if this is the trend, I don't even have to worry about it.
I don't even think I ever tried or even I never thought about taking the alcohol that was in my parents' house.
Oh, boy.
It did not seem good to me.
Yeah. Yeah. The consequences were never great.
Well, it wasn't even that. It just didn't.
We don't take it. You just kind of.
I had an entire compartment in the back of my car where we took the spare tire out.
Yeah.
And it had a cover on it and a lock, and you put all of it in there. You put the rug back over the door, where you get your spare tire out. It had this little compartment, and we built a box, and you could put like ice in there and would hold it.
Nice.
You'd lock it up and then put we were pretty smart.
That's insane.
We were just
you
using
do
it
lock. That's good that you lock it because that's what gets you.
My worst nightmare was going home with a flat tire because my dad wouldn't ask. He'd just go change the tire. So I was petrified.
How much did it hold?
You could get, remember the old MGD cases? You could get 3 of those in there.
Holy cow.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Man, y'all were serious.
Oh, yeah, we were professionals.
Yeah.
But I was deathly afraid of going home and my dad, like, hey, you got a flat tire? No!
We did not buy it in excess.
Because there was no tire.
We
tire
didn't
was
buy
gone.
it in excess because you didn't know if you didn't finish it off, it's like you didn't have anywhere to put it.
Your mom's texted in.
Uh-oh.
DQ. Why don't you read that one?
Is that allowed?
Yeah. She's texted
My
in.
mom texted in and said, my sister is making up for me. Not drink. She is in Italy right now where it's legal.
That is correct.
Yeah.
That is.
If you ever go to Italy, drink the wine.
Wow.
It is good. It
The
is
wine?
good. And yeah, and you don't get, there's something in it. You don't get a hangover. And
Well, that's not true.
really?
No.
I didn't have that problem.
No.
Yeah. And by the third day, your jaw is so tired from eating all the food. It's just give me wine.
Now, here we go. Here's a text out of the 501. 25 years old, listening to y'all. There is hope. And here he is showing with.
All right.
A beer and a blunt.
Well, it's one of the.
Cheers to you, sir.
Cheers to you, sir. Well done, sir. There's hope for America. Maybe it's just the ones that I'm exposed to.
Yeah. Our grandparents didn't fight for this country just so, for you to not drink beer and to make TikTok videos.
So DQ, I need y'all to have a meeting. You're all in some sort of group chat, right? Spread the word. We need y'all to toughen up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. It's Ruscin and Zach Show, 866-285-4005.
Think about this, though, too. The neighborhood bar has kind of disappeared.
Oh, no. No.
Hasn't it?
No. They're still there.
Are they?
Yeah.
They're not as prevalent as they used to be.
No, but they're they
used to be a couple down here on the road.
Hey,
I grew up just down the street.
Establishments, stop marketing to these kids. You got to market to the old people like us.
Yes.
We're still just trying to get out of the house.
That's true.
Yeah.
It gives us a reason to get out of
there. It is. So there you go.
There you go.
DQ, what do I want to know?
No, what he told me is not good to promote.
Okay,
over the air.
Outstanding. That's the one of us. That's what I want to hear. It is Ruscin and Zach Show. Blair Cartwright is here, continuing his residency. I do appreciate you coming in and hanging out.
I appreciate you letting me.
Are we getting you out of some sort of work or something?
No, unfortunately, no. Well, no, not really.
Okay.
But can I get a note just in
case?
Yeah.
I'll have DQ sign a note for you. They believe her.
I appreciate that.
I was going to talk about this Pat McAfee thing today. We'll do that in a minute. We've also got your SEC report coming up. Also, DQ, I read a story on cord cutters today, and the cable companies have been feeling the pinch for years.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's the streaming services are starting to feel the pinch a little bit.
So what is Gen Z spending their money on?
I don't know, DQ. What do you spend your money on?
Coffee.
Yeah, that's yes.
That makes absolute perfect sense. That every morning I get the text. You need anything from Starbs?
Yeah, when did it become cool to call it Starbs?
I ask.
You did, and I.
Well,
appreciate
Zach actually gets mad at me if I go too long without getting Starbucks because he says I cheap out on him.
She does.
By getting 7 Brew and not Starbucks.
Yeah, she does. She when it's, hey, do you need me to get you something?
Mm-hmm.
We're going cheap. When it's just her, if I say no, she immediately turns the car around, heads for the expensive places.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know how it is.
My family's all addicted to
Are
that
they?
stuff.
Hacker, yeah. Hacker knows the place I'm talking about. They market to us older folks.
Okay.
Because we're the ones that are still going out, apparently. We're going out to get away from our kids who are living with us.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's why you see retired people build offices, on site.
Yeah.
So they got somewhere to go.
All right, we'll talk about cord cutting and have your SEC report. College World Series update. We'll find out which team you're rooting for coming up. So Ruscin and Zach Show. We'll be right back.
This is Ruscin and Zach.
Quite honestly, I don't know that anything's the matter with their football program, but just normal football issues.
ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
I have done in my career literally thousands of joint replacements.
Meet Dr. Mitchell Scheinkup, National Medical Director at QC Kinetics, an acclaimed orthopedic surgeon who now advises patients try all they can do to avoid the knife and consider regenerative medicine.
I myself was able to continue skiing for 10 years after my knees started to be a problem because I accessed regenerative medicine.
Now, after 20 years of study, research, teaching, publications, and clinical experience, Dr. Scheinkup is regarded as one of America's true pioneers.
This is the future of medicine.
Dr. Scheinkup came to QC Kinetics after seeing what they were doing around the country, helping tens of thousands of patients get lasting relief from joint pain with no surgery and no drugs.
QC is so far ahead of the game in its science, its protocols, its people, its facilities.
Call now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 479-999-1234. That's 479-999-1234. 479-999-1234.
Experience a world where toughness reigns supreme and excitement knows no bounds, where riders defy gravity and beasts challenge bravery.
Experience 80 years of rodeo this June 26th through the 29th as Sam's Furniture presents the Rodeo of the Ozarks in Springdale.
A tradition steeped in grit and glory, a testament to 80 years of passion, dedication, and pursuit of greatness. Get your tickets now at rodeooftheozarks.org or at the Parsons Stadium box office in Springdale. This is more than rodeo. This is where legends are born.
Looking to buy your dream home or list your current home? Call the Good Team. Brett and Monica Good with Collier & Associates. Nobody knows the Northwest Arkansas market better. Monica and Brett work as a team and specialize in Beaver Lake properties, Bella Vista, all of Benton and Washington County, and Fort Smith as well. Whether you want to buy or sell a new home, second home, or forever home, call the Good Team. Brett and Monica Good with Collier & Associates. 479-651-2292. That's 479-651-2292 for Brett and Monica Good.
Your Mach 1 market moment.
Interesting when you talk about the history of markets, is people will talk in America the lost decade.
Yeah.
So the year 2000 to the year 2010, where the S&P 500, if you look at it, it didn't go up. It actually went down from 2000 to 2010. They call it the lost decade because no one made any money if you had been invested from 2000 to 2010. Japan had a 30-year lost decade. Right. And that goes to where do you want your money? And diversification is extremely important. Not just diversifying your investments into different types of companies, but different countries.
Absolutely.
Because there will be periods of time America was down from 2000 to 2010. International did better in that time frame.
Mach 1 Financial Group LLC is an SEC-registered financial advisor located in Rogers, Arkansas. For full disclosures, visit mach-1financial.com/disclosures. You remember the first time you held your very own Daisy BB gun? The sound of that BB smacking a soda can? Remember the adventures you had? Daisy has made its home in Rogers, Arkansas for over 60 years and has been making memories for much, much longer. June 30th through July 3rd at the Rogers Convention Center. Daisy is proud to bring you the National Championship of BB Gun Shooting. While you're in town, check out the Daisy Museum located at 202 West Walnut or online at daisymuseum.com. Daisy would like to wish all of the teams competing this year the best of luck and thank you for making memories with Daisy. The All-American Steakhouse and Sports Theater is going to have an event-full summer. I'm talking about your events. Wedding rehearsals and receptions, family reunions, business luncheons, you name it. The All-American Steakhouse event space can handle nearly 100 folks, and their award-winning food and service will make you the hero of the day. The menus are available at theallamericansteakhouse.com. Inquire in person at the Springdale location, and you're well on your way. Book your event today with the All-American Steakhouse and Sports Theater on Sunset in Springdale.
Are you ready to upgrade your ride? Head on over to McClarty Daniel Country. McClarty Daniel has over 1,000 used cars to choose from, so you're sure to find the perfect vehicle to fit your needs and budget. With 6 convenient locations in Bentonville and Springdale, you're never too far away from a great deal. But that's not all. If you're looking for something brand new, they've got you covered there too, with a great selection of new cars available for you to upgrade to. So what are you waiting for? Come on down to McClarty Daniel and drive away in the car of your dreams. Online at McClartyDaniel.com.
Hey there, I'm meteorologist Majestic Storm with your 4029 Get Ready weather forecast. It is officially the first day of summer, and boy, it's going to be a beautiful one across northwest Arkansas. Plan for a nice mix of sun and clouds as those daytime highs rise into the upper 80s today. Overnight lows tonight only slip down into the upper 60s, and then we're heading into our weekend and we're cranking up the heat. Low 90s for your Friday with increasingly warmer temperatures through Sunday. I'm meteorologist Majestic Storm with your 4029 Get Ready weather. Have a great day.
ESPN 99.5. Giving you the entertainment you deserve. Here's Ruscin and Zach.
Ruscin and Zach has been streamed to 157 countries, 50 states, 2 territories, 1 chain of unincorporated islands. Yesterday, we were streamed in Booty, Georgia. You want to stream it too? It's at thatline.com. You got one of them Google Play, Alexa dot things. Just say, hey. Play ESPN Northwest Arkansas will show up. You can also get us on the Hit That Line Now app. D2, is today going faster than normal?
Say that. Don't say that.
Okay. I will not say that. I just looked
Don't
around.
acknowledge the show going fast.
It is, though.
Don't. It'll go
No.
so slow.
No. We got stuff to do next hour. Chuck Barrett's going to join us at 5 o'clock. We're talking about the game tonight. The Giants and the Cardinals playing down at Rickwood.
Yep.
So we'll talk with Willie. Talked about some Willie Mays with him, and I think Chuck was there when Willie was younger.
He's one of the few people that's older than me.
Probably, yeah. So this will be an old man convention.
We used to have an office across the hall from each other.
Really?
Yeah, back at Barnhill.
Okay.
Back in the day.
We'll see if we can find a cloud to yell at. We'll do all kinds of stuff. This is your SEC report, brought to you by Vici Aesthetics and Wellness. You can get back on track to kickstart your weight loss journey with semaglutide and tirzepatide. They offer a detailed program to all of Arkansas, Missouri, and Oklahoma. In-office or telemedicine visits are available. Check them out. 479-343-8424. That's 479-343-8424. It's all about the College World Series. I don't know. Tennessee's obviously the favorite, but we hate Vitello, right? DQ, you hate Tony Vitello.
Yeah. I don't know if I hate him, but he embraces the villain role.
He does.
But by God,
but it's
he's winning.
Texas A&M. I feel like we're I don't know how to best describe this. This is just like two bad. These are bad people, and one of them's going to win. But that series gets underway I think, tomorrow.
Yeah, I believe you're
correct. I think that's
well
right.
After the A&M fan fiasco against Florida. I mean,
it makes Tennessee a little bit easier to root for. But not that rooting for Tennessee is easy, but I
they're so brash and cocky.
I hate Texas A&M, and I will not back down from that. I absolutely detest everything about Texas A&M. Football, baseball, basketball, the whole thing. Although I do think Buzz has a great suit combination with the vest. I think that's fantastic.
Really?
Yeah, why not? He looks like Mike Neighbors.
He does?
Yeah. Google him. By the way, the series starts on Saturday. They go Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Okay. Have you ever seen Buzz and Mike in the same room?
No, I have not. Ethan and Atkins says it's like cheering between China and Russia. Okay. DQ, Can we get a bleep you, Tony, real quick? For Tony Vitello. That's that the origins of the bleep you, Tony, came from that.
Okay. Well, since there's not divisions anymore, I mean, it would almost be easier to stomach Tennessee. But Tony! There you go.
I'm glad that was a clean one.
I got rid of all I would have never put the unedited one in the system. That is just that's asking for trouble. All right, there you go. So that will get underway Saturday. They will do Saturday, Sunday, Monday. You think it goes 3?
Yeah, I think so.
Think so? All right.
Yeah.
That's your SEC report. It's brought to you by Vici Aesthetics and Wellness. Get you back on track. Give them a shout. 479-343-8424. That's 479-343-8424. Okay, so a couple of things here. And something happened today on the Pat McAfee show, that ESPN disaster that they air every day. And apparently it was some sort of wrestling thing and whatever. I'm not interested in that. What I am interested in is that he apparently... the Athletic did a survey back towards the end of football season last year, in which 49% of respondents said that they hated him on game day.
Oh yeah,
and I guess he got his feelings hurt, and he put out a tweet that said, "Well, you're going to get your wish. I'm not back." As of today, he still has not signed a contract to be on College Game Day this year. Now, I am certain that his ego will get that deal will get done because he has to be on the biggest vehicle in pregame college football. I would assume.
You would assume.
Here's where the rub is. Kirk Herbstreit has basically said, if he's not there, I'm not there. Kirk Herbstreit wants off of College Game Day. Now, he's been there.
Oh, why does he want off?
Man, he's doing that for 25
that's true.
years.
And he's doing the game on Saturday night. So
right.
He's got
that's a lot to put on one guy.
Yeah.
So instead of having, it's the same thing.
Is he lobbying to get his dog on the Game Day show?
I have to see that dog again, man.
Yeah, it's a little over.
It's a little over the top with I love dogs, but
yes,
maybe moderation is what I'm looking for. Yeah. But College Game Day is in a tricky spot right now. That used to be must see.
Used to be is the key word.
Used to be college foot. They have made it. They've gone from. Now I was at the first traveling College Game Day.
Okay.
That was the 93 Florida State Notre Dame game. They did it up in the upstairs by the alumni hall. I don't know about that. I was way.
Well, no, I mean, because it was successful, and thus it stayed on the road, because that was the first time they'd gone out of the
studio. It was never. I don't think they ever envisioned what it would become. No. But they're in a very tricky spot. Like the original cast is outside of Corso is really kind of has gone away. Fowler's gone. Herb Street's looking to get out. They've Desmond Howard. I mean, they moved David Pollock out.
Which was bad.
It's in a very weird spot right now, because the other pregame show that Fox does is pretty dang good.
Yeah, it's better.
For informational purposes. Now, I'm going to sound like the old guy. I can't stand McAfee's shtick. I just, the meathead Gronk thing, the bro frat thing. It's just not for me.
Well, and then he's paying all the guests to be on there.
Right.
Folks. It's not like they want to be on that show. Saban was making $1 million to be on that show.
I believe that. I absolutely believe that. I just don't. I don't get it. It's not for me. Some people like it. Great, fine. I watched the Fox deal mostly because my guy Brady Quinn's on there. But they're in a real tricky spot now, because with all of the infrastructure, all the money that they have dumped into college football, college game day has to succeed, and it has to thrive, and it has to go on as their main, entry point for the college football Saturday. Reese Davis is fine. I'm not there to watch Reese Davis. I wasn't there to watch Fowler. I think both of those guys are good at what they do. It's the characters around them that always made the show go. When Corso was,
that's the draw.
Exactly. When Corso did the headgear thing, that was done completely by accident. Was how they found out about that. It was great, but they have not been able to sort of regenerate. The NFL Today on CBS on the pregame show, that has regenerated itself. The Fox thing has sort of it's found its sweet spot with Howie and Jimmy and Strahan and those guys.
Yeah.
This, I don't know what they're going to do.
Well, and they lost Rinaldi, who told great stories. It's just, I don't know. It's lost its appeal. And it's weird, too, because now they have the SEC show, which competes against game day. Which, in a sense, they're competing against themselves.
They're doing like Ole Miss Vanderbilt.
Yeah, I know, but
they're not even on the fifth best game of the weekend.
But it seems like you would simulcast it, and not have a competing show. But yeah, I mean, when's the last time you watched game? I have not watched game day in probably 10 years.
I'll be honest. In the last 5 years, my viewing habits have changed significantly. There was a time where I was up at 6:30 in the morning. You eat your breakfast, you sit down, you watch game day.
Oh, yeah.
And then it would roll right into the 11, into the 2, into the 2:30 game, into the 6:30 game. But you watched game day. And I would finish my day with Mark May and Lou Holtz.
Oh, that was great. What happened to that show?
They couldn't make it work. They're doing a podcast, by the way, those two. But
really?
Yeah, I would sit there from sun up to sundown. When Pac-12 After Dark finished, I was done.
Oh, college.
Now...
Yeah. College football final was must watch, because that's how you caught up on it.
You got your helmet stickers and all of that.
You saw the highlights too.
Right. For the games you missed. Now it's, I can't remember the last time I watched game day. It's probably been 5 years.
And when you watch it now, it's just not, it just lacks, I don't know. It's just not the same. And then when McAfee dished Old Crimson, I mean, that was one of the staples of the show.
His thing is
the signs. The signs are what make the show.
Are what
and
make
now
the show.
They started censoring the signs.
Exactly, and it's almost too contrived for me.
Hard.
Trying too hard. Yeah. The McAfee thing was supposed to come in and bring in younger viewers or whatever and then they were going to phase Corso out at some point, and
which unfortunately they need to do. I hate to
it's an uncomfortable conversation for sure.
Yeah. Well, it's uncomfortable to watch on the air.
It is. It is. And I don't know what. See, I thought Spurrier would have been an easy transition into that spot. Les Miles would have been an easy transition into that spot. Yeah. But I don't know what their, Orgeron would have been an easy transition, personality-wise. I don't know that that's their thing or something that they would want to do.
Spurrier would have been great because he just says whatever comes to mind.
Yeah, they do. I could do without Desmond, and it's entirely based on the fact that he went to the University of Michigan, which I hate.
He just doesn't know anything. You just listen to him, and you're like, have you even watched college football this year?
No, he hasn't.
And you ever heard him as an analyst on a game?
It's
even worse.
Smack Daddy says the only part of the game day that he watches are the picks, which even now, I can't. I mean, if a Michigan game pops up, you know which way he's going to go.
Yeah.
Even if Michigan's a 5-touchdown underdog, he's going to take Michigan.
Well, the picks aren't even. I mean, the picks were kind of part of the draw too, because then it led to the headgear. But it's just, I don't know. It doesn't have the cachet, if you will.
Oh,
maybe
absolutely.
Maybe it's just run its course. Do things just run its course?
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. It's possible if you're using the same formula over and over and over again over a 35-year period. Yeah, you probably did.
And they lost the Bear, which was I thought was kind of annoying anyway. But
he fits in over on the other end.
He's getting paid.
Yeah, he is. Blair is here doing his residency. We've got some things to get into. Chuck Barrett coming up at 5 o'clock. We'll talk some baseball with him. What else we got going on? We're gonna talk a little bit about the Cal interview from earlier this week. He said some interesting things.
He always does.
That maybe we didn't all latch on to. We'll talk about that stuff coming up. It's a Ruscin and Zach show. Blair Cartwright sitting in.
A fugitive wanted for 4 murders has been captured and is behind bars this morning. I'm Allison Wise with your headlines. Here's the latest. Stacy Lee Drake, the man police say killed 3 people in 2 separate carjackings in Oklahoma and another in Alabama, was caught in Morrilton. Arkansas State Police say he was captured around 10 a.m. near University Boulevard and Poor Farm Road. Drake's accused of killing a man inside an Alcoholics Anonymous building in Tuscaloosa back in May. Police say he was using a fake name and he stole a truck, then came to El Reno, Oklahoma, where he's accused of another murder. And he's also accused of a double murder that just happened Tuesday night in Gans, Oklahoma in Sequoyah County. Tonight, 4029 News hears from the victims' families in Sequoyah County now that the suspected murderer is behind bars. In the newsroom, I'm Allison Wise.
The biggest outdoor party of the year. Hit 'em with the razzle dazzle, Dad. Bert Kreischer's Fully Loaded Comedy Festival, starring Bert Kreischer. Plus a fully loaded lineup including Whitney Cummings, Ralph Barbosa, Big J. Okerson, Dan Soder, Matt McCusker, and more. June 27th, Walmart Amp in Northwest Arkansas. Get tickets at amptickets.com. More at fullyloadedfestival.com. Bert Kreischer's Fully Loaded Comedy Festival.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch? Every day, from lunch to late night. Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Twin Peaks is always adding exciting cocktails to the menu, like the expertly balanced Sincoro Hall of Fame Margarita. Try it at your local lodge today.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted best garage door company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
Swift's Jewelry specializes in bridal sets, custom jewelry, and repairs. All work is done on-site by their professional, courteous team. Swift's Jewelry can engrave anything, including watches, knives, flasks, wedding bands, and more. And for the hog fan of your life, they have officially licensed Razorback jewelry. Get her something she'll love wearing to the big game. Swift's makes your purchase easy with 0% financing for 18 months. That's low payments with no interest for a year and a half. Swift's Jewelry on the square in Fayetteville next to Hugo's, your personal jeweler since 1956.
Hey gang, Blake Young here with Wood Power Sports. Currently, we are overstocked on select Polaris, Honda, Kawasaki, and Can-Am product. If you're in the market for a new side-by-side, ATV, or motorcycle, come see us soon. We're about to blow these out, and I can promise you they won't last long. Also, these products are high-demand products, not your typical on-sale stuff that no one wants. Our deals won't be beat, and your buying experience will be unmatched. We look forward to serving you. Wood Power Sports, solid name you can trust.
Do you, a family member, or friend have diabetes? While the condition is well known, the side effects are not. Wounds don't always heal the same when a person has diabetes. So what do you do? Dr. Doug Friesen has the answers on the Wound Wrap podcast. Wound Wrap is your #1 resource for all things wounds. It's now available on the Hit That Line podcast network. Just search Hit That Line wherever you listen to podcasts and find it on hitthatline.com. Wound Wrap with Dr. Doug Friesen.
How could I possibly be expected to handle work on a day like this? Take a day off and check out the new and pre-owned rides at Rath Mitsubishi. Bring in your old ride and get up to 27% extra for your trade on any of our new or road-ready certified used cars. So choice. I highly recommend picking one up. Life moves pretty fast, so stop and look around at Rath Mitsubishi. Don Tyson and 71B Springdale, rathmitsubishi.com. You're still here? The ad's over.
Hey, Ty Richardson for Fish City Grill. Brett Brundage and his team have fantastic chalkboard specials in the month of June. Chipotle barbecue salmon tacos. People go bonkers for these things. With crispy onion straws, barbecue ranch, Chipotle coleslaw, Cuban black beans, and rice. Or the grilled Norwegian salmon. With crab and avocado relish, summer corn coulis, and wilted spinach almondine. Best patio in Northwest Arkansas. Fish City Grill and Rogers. Friendly folks and serious seafood.
KAKS Goshen Fayetteville, K237GR Johnson.
Arkansas football begins in 70 days. Broadcasting live from the Cards Recycling Studio. Cards is the official residential, commercial, and recycling waste collection service of the Ruskin and Zach Show. ESPN Arkansas presents Derek Ruskin.
Have we got a stadium? Yes. Have we got a college? Yes. Well, we can't support both. Tomorrow we start tearing down the college.
And Zach Arns.
Work. Hello, boys. Have a good night's rest. I missed you.
With DQ.
Just gonna go have fun. No one out there that I know of in the audience actively hates me.
Call or text the McClarty Daniel hotline 866-285-4005. With 6 locations in Springdale and Bentonville, a good deal is never far away. Ruskin and Zach.
But if they hate him, why do they listen? Most common answer. I want to see what he'll say next.
This is Ruskin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
It's the Ruscin and Zach Show. 4 o'clock on a Thursday. Blair Cartwright hanging out. DQ is here. Got so many different little threads that we can go down. But you and I, we're sitting here watching the Yankees and the Orioles.
Yes.
This series, by the way, has gotten very, very testy. Judge got beamed the other day. Gunnar Henderson got hit last night. These two teams really, really going at it. But we were talking about the blackouts because we can't get the Royals here. You know, we've got the MLB app here in the studio. And I was reading something today. Now, I have an investment in the blackout. I hate the MLB blackout rules, and it has nothing to do with proximity to an event. It has everything to do with which teams are available in your market. Yeah. That's why they get blacked out. I was reading a thing today. Yeah. So, the reason that we can't get the Astros, the Rangers, the Royals, and the Cardinals is because they are offered on our local cable providers. So they're trying to funnel you to the cable provider.
But that's not always been the case.
Oh yeah, that's exactly how that's
Maybe
how it
now.
is. That's how it's done now. So
but that hasn't always been the case.
Hasn't always been the case. So what they are looking at right now, and again, Major League Baseball, for all of the things that they do wrong, occasionally they will get something right. Tonight's game down at Rickwood is going to be phenomenal. I am going to race home tonight.
Yes.
And I will be planted on the couch. I will watch every pitch, every inning, every at-bat, every commercial. I will watch the whole thing start to finish. Nobody embraces their history better than Major League Baseball. Now, they screw up a lot of really, really, really simple things. Mm-hmm. Take the Paul Skeens debut, for example. It was unbelievable the amount of attention that got, and it wound up on the regional sports networks, both Pittsburgh and Chicago. Yeah. And nobody saw it. So they are reviewing the blackout rules with all of the trouble that the Diamond Sports and Bally has had.
All the regional
networks have had. Major League Baseball is looking at pulling this thing in-house,
which they have the ability to do.
Pull it in-house, and now they have the only way you would be able to get it is they would redistribute everything, which would be a benefit to us because we probably would not be in a blackout zone.
No, then you can access everything.
Correct. Or at least be able to, and I've said this 100 times. I mean, the Major League Baseball app is one of the most reasonably priced apps. I mean, NFL, the NFL ticket is ridiculous. This is maybe a third of the cost for the entire year.
Oh, they were the first ones to embrace the technology of apps and streaming and everything, and they've been the leader. I think Amazon ended up buying. I forget what they called the company when they started it, but I think Amazon ended up buying it, and that's what kind of became Amazon Prime. But they've always been the ones who've set the bar when it comes to streaming and apps and everything, and they keep raising the bar.
The one thing I do like about the way that they do this is like Major League Baseball, when the playoffs come around, you know where the games are. You know, they're going to be on their big time providers. It's going to be, TBS. It's going to be ESPN, Fox. It's going to be in one of those locations. The NFL, by the way, has 11 different carriers for games.
Well, baseball's kind of gotten that way too, though, with the Apple TV
in the regular season.
Yes, but yes, I see what you're saying. In the playoffs,
look, if I'm going to miss game 45 on a Sunday, all right, fine. I'm not that worried about it. But if I'm an NFL fan, like if you didn't get the Amazon, what is it? Amazon
like
Prime?
The Peacock game.
Yeah, the Peacock game the Peacock game. I mean, I hate saying this, but I mean Notre Dame was the guinea pig on that. They would put just the humdrum Notre Dame game behind the paywall to see what would happen. And us idiots,
and you had to listen to Jack Collinsworth.
Ugh.
That's your pen.
God, he is the worst, the absolute worst. But idiots like me were like, well, I got to watch the game, so we went and paid the $9, and that is, that's going to be the model going forward. But they are looking at this, and if they pull it in house, man, they're going to do away with all these blackouts. We'll be able to see, look, the Royals are good and they're worth watching. They're fun. Yeah. But I say this to tell you this, DQ, according to an estimate by an analyst called MoffettNathanson, this is a company, the pay TV or subscription television industry lost 2.37 million subscribers in the first quarter of 2024. That's down 7%. And this is their quote: cable providers have been watching for years as customers, specifically younger viewers, drop their cable subscriptions or don't even sign up at all. Now the industry struggles are extending to subscription services once hailed for their enormous growth potential as an alternative to cable. Not even the industry leaders were immune to the losses. MoffettNathanson estimates that YouTube TV lost 150,000 subscribers in the first quarter alone, its first quarterly loss since its inception. In addition, Hulu Live, Fubo, and Sling also lost subscribers.
Do you think that has to do with, like football not being on?
Well, I'm glad you said that. Let me find there was a passage that there was a point in the article that they said like Amazon. I did it once the season was over. I dropped Amazon, and I'll pick it up again.
Yeah, because
in September.
Even when my dad had Dish, he would just buy the ESPN package or whatever the sports package was for football season, and then cancel it. And you can do that pretty easily. So
and a lot of them will customize the package exactly for that very reason.
I think what is happening is there are just too many. So now you have to pick and choose which ones you want. With things like YouTube TV, I don't necessarily care about watching something in me personally. I don't need to watch something in, the time slots that cable type TV gives. And so I'm okay with not having, everything that I could possibly want to watch like at my fingertips. And I think people are having to choose what they want to watch and what they can live without.
I know this is going to sound very nerdy, but I have kept track of the things that I watch over the last 18 months just to see what my viewing habits are. And it's in a little journal, and I watch this, I watch this. It is almost cheaper for me per month over a 12-month period to get the Major League Baseball package, the NFL package, which are the two things that I watch primarily. To get those and then get an ESPN Plus subscription, it's almost cheaper to do those three things than it is to have the streaming services that I have right now. And I would, you pay it in bulk, and then 10 months out of the year you're not paying, which it's
It makes sense. It's interesting because streaming has gone through various cycles. Okay, we had the point where it first started, and everybody's like, "Oh, this will never take off." Then it took off, and then there were so many options. People were being subscription to death, and they said, "Okay, we're enough of this," and it pared down. Now we're back in another cycle where everybody feels like they're being subscription to death because everybody and their dog has their service. And all their stuff's exclusively on their service, like Disney, all the Disney stuff now. Used to, you can find it on Netflix or here or there. Now it's all on Disney Plus, along with ESPN. And it's just NBC, Peacock, NBC, all their stuff now. It used to be available for streaming for free on NBC. Now it's all behind the paywall on Peacock. Well, all those paywalls eventually add up, and people say,
do. Yeah,
we've had enough. So it's going to be interesting to see, because live sports is the major draw. But like you say, with the series and stuff, well, those are always going to be there.
Yeah.
And those filter around, those move around, which I've never understood. Like Yellowstone's on 4 different platforms, it seems like. But live sports, you either watch it or you don't. You know, it's not like you're going to go back and watch this Yankees-Baltimore game later.
No, I might. But
I think that another thing is that I think it upset a lot of people how strict they got with password sharing. I bet they lost more money with people canceling their subscription because of password sharing than they were actually losing for people who were password sharing.
I'll be honest. I spend $109 a month on my subscription. I have it down to the penny. I know exactly how much I spent. A couple of years ago, I went and I called one of the people that I have my internet with. And I'm like, well, let's bundle this all together. The whole thing. It was like it was almost 3 times as much as what I was spending. And after a while, you're just like, man, I can't afford to do everything. And I know that I'm going to get to a point where I'm going to miss an NFL playoff game just because I can't do it. Or you get to the point where you don't want to do it. But they, in the article, I just found this, that many reasons have been cited for continued decline in pay TV subscribers, including rising costs for subscriptions, convenience, and competition from other entertainment like TikTok and social media. I can't tell you the number of times I've just opened up Twitter to look for a score. And they've always got like a highlight or something like that. Sometimes I don't have time to invest 3.5 hours or 4 hours into a game, but I can flip on my social media, find out who won, find out what happened. I know enough to talk about it the next day.
True. And everybody in the media tweets the score. So you see the score like 19 times. Yeah, I've never understood that. If you're that interested in the game, you're probably watching or listening. But anyway, we digress. But,
they and of course, everybody talks about like a la carte being able, like if you were to offer an a la carte subscription service, man, you'd kill it, but you would wind up losing, You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I think I uploaded the wrong podcast.
At a kid. Are we distracting you? Do you need to get back to work or something?
You're fine.
Okay.
You're fine.
All right. But I think that a la carte may be the next evolution in all of this. No?
No, I don't think so.
It may be. I mean, we'll see. ESPN is still yet to kind of totally go off on their own, which I think is everybody's kind of waiting for that shoe to drop. That will be the one that gets it when they do their own total standalone.
Yeah. And I'd be interested to see what their viewership would be like, because I can tell you right now, if I'm forced to follow ESPN, good luck. You're on your own. I'm out at that point.
Well, because now you even see, movie theaters trying to pull people into the movie theater by saying, well, this movie's only exclusively being shown in theaters. And they almost never, they mean that for probably like 2 weeks. The first 2 weeks that the movie is out in theaters, and then it's going on some streaming platform.
He is Blair Cartwright. DQ is here. We are going to talk about Blair and his nudes coming up here in just a second. Experienced owner Joey Viviano has always excelled on the residential side, also offers the same great service commercially. So if you're a business owner in Arkansas, sick of striking out with other companies, call Joey. Consultations always free, and you can schedule them online at unitedrw.com. Give them a shout, 479-312-7369. That's 479-312-7369. Blair and I'll be right back. You're listening to the Ruscin and Zach Show.
Join the local conversation on the McClarty Daniel Hotline. 866-285-4005. McClarty Daniel, a vehicle for every lifestyle.
Hey,
Hey y'all, it's Crystal from Cards. Are you ready to tackle that spring cleaning project but don't know where to start? Spring is here, and Cards is here to help you clear out that clutter with our roll-off dumpster rentals. Whether you're decluttering your garage, renovating your home, or landscaping your yard, our roll-off dumpsters are the perfect solution for all your cleanup needs. Simply choose the size that fits your project, and we'll deliver it right to your doorstep. And when you're done, we'll haul it away. Give us a call at 877-59-CARDS or visit us online at cardrecycling.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's Ruskin and Zach.
Give me the hog truck.
Welcome to McClarty Daniel Country.
With 6 giant locations and over 3,000 vehicles, Northwest Arkansas is McClarty Daniel Country. Stop by one of our showrooms today to shop our full lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs.
McClarty Daniel is proud to be your premier automotive destination.
Need service? We work on all makes and models 6 days a week. Plus, our full-service collision center can repair anything, from a minor ding to a major collision. Have you visited McClarty Daniel Country?
Visit us online at McClartyDaniel.com.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collecting and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-494-6139. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-494-6139.
If you're interested in continuing your involvement in high school athletics and want to make some extra money, what better way to do so than by becoming an official? For information on how you can give back to student athletes in Arkansas, please contact us at 501-955-2500. Again, that's 501-955-2500. The Arkansas Activities Association is looking for sports officials, and you may be the answer.
Seasons change. Why not your tech? Upgrade now during the Dell Technologies Summer Sale event and save on select PCs like the XPS 16 powered by Intel Core processors. You'll be able to bring your most intensive projects to life with built-in AI, minimalistic design, immersive visuals, and cinematic audio. When you shop online at Dell.com/deals, you'll have access to exceptional tech and electronics plus free shipping on everything. Amazing prices await you for a limited time only at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
What's going on the grill tonight? Well, whatever it is, you'll find only the best at Richard's Country Meat Market. From the aroma of steak to perfectly flavored gourmet burgers and fresh kebabs on the grill. This summer will be a feast for the senses. Whether you're cooking up an inspired new recipe or a favorite family dish, visit Richard's Country Meat Market for the best meats in town. And Richard's makes it easy with curbside pickup. To place your order, call ahead at 479-443-0000 for ready-to-grill kebabs, bacon-wrapped fillets, perfectly flavored gourmet beef patties, quarter-pound beef franks, and shop-made sausages. You don't even have to worry about the sides or desserts because Richard's has you covered with their home-style recipes. So for an irresistibly delicious summer meal on the grill, stop by Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville, 1 block east of College and Rolling Hills Drive at 3042 North Market Avenue. Online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
When you're looking for a new car, you want to shop for a vehicle you love with an organization you trust. You've probably heard that McClarty Daniel means making deals, but what I'm inspired by the most is that McClarty Daniel means making a difference in our community. When you buy a vehicle with McClarty Daniel, you reinvest right here in the community, in our schools, in our little leagues, in our food banks, and our people. So you're not just making a purchase, you're making a difference too. Come see us at any of our 6 locations in Northwest Arkansas.
Looking to buy your dream home or list your current home? Call the Good Team, Brett and Monica Good with Collier and Associates. Nobody knows the Northwest Arkansas market better. Monica and Brett work as a team and specialize in Beaver Lake properties, Bella Vista, all of Benton and Washington County, and Fort Smith as well. Whether you want to buy or sell a new home, second home, or forever home, call the Good Team, Brett and Monica Good with Collier and Associates. 479-651-2292. That's 479-651-2292 for Brett and Monica Good.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the third time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including the GI Bill.
Hi, the folks. I'm Chief Meteorologist Darby Bobby with the 4029 Get Ready Weather forecast. Well, out there this evening might be a stray shower, but throughout most of the rest of our night, we're looking at clearing skies. Lows drop in the upper 60s by our Friday morning. Still fairly comfortable early on. Highs around 90 on Friday. We'll have a little bit more sunshine and really no chance of rain, so a little hotter, just as humid. And then we get to the weekend, and it gets a little hotter still with a lot of sunshine Saturday and Sunday. High temperatures will be in the low to mid 90s and even more humidity. That's your Get Ready Weather, only on 4029.
ESPN 99.5. Join the local conversation on the McClarty Daniel Hotline, 866-285-4005. Please don't take these guys literally or seriously. Ruskin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on the Hit That Line Now app.
Bump music, very angry today.
I think he's put in more.
Well, I'm curious to see what he puts in when he comes back. You know, we'll have a lot of Carpenters, maybe some Barry Manilow. I feel like it'll be very, very mellow. Blair sitting in for Derek, who is in Canada today. In an effort to win favor with the university, we now only read officially sanctioned news by the University of Arkansas. If you're looking for officially sanctioned news at your newsstand, just look for the collegiate licensing sticker. Your news, of course, brought to you by the Good Chair. I'd have a place to sit. Get the Good Chair only at the Stadium Shop. Stop by, tell Robert Joe Bonamassa sucks, and you want a seat in the Good Chair.
The Good Chair is nice.
It is nice, isn't it? And
yeah, you let me sit in it last time.
One of the cool things is like you can pull where there's a Razorback logo on it, and you can pull this off, and you can actually, you know, if you were a Tennessee fan or an A&M fan, that you can get the patch for it.
You don't deserve a Good Chair if you're an A&M or Tennessee.
That's also
fan.
true. You deserve a different chair. Yes. Maximus Martin is transferring from Georgia State, the Panthers. We learned earlier he will be joining Dave Van Horn in the baseball team. Started 43 or 44 games last year, hit 297. He plays center field and shortstop. Arkansas's Hagen Smith named the 2024 National Pitcher of the Year. J.J. Redick is the coach of the Lakers and the number one state player in the state of Arkansas for football in high school. Has committed to LSU. His name's Carius Kern. He is from Marion High School. DQ's got your poll questions.
Yeah, you're Ruskin and Zach. Could you hear my fingers pop in the mic?
I heard something. Okay. I did not know. I was looking at the screen.
I didn't know my mic was on. I'm sorry.
I didn't realize that was your fingers. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Wow.
Okay. Do you think you could survive the apocalypse? 22% of people just straight up said no. 47% said maybe for a few months. When helping someone carry a heavy item, are you usually the one walking forwards or backwards? 73% say backwards. And to celebrate the first day of summer, which one is your preferred summer treat? 24% of people said snow cones.
Snow cones.
62% of people said ice cream, and 13% said popsicles. Those are your Ruskin and Zach X-Pulse Go Touch Grass.
So earlier this morning, I sent Blair a text, and I was like, man, if you got anything, there's not a whole lot going on. Please let me know, if you've got anything you want to talk about. And immediately you fired back at me. I can tell the nudist delivery story.
Yeah. So
a little background. Okay. What were we delivering?
Okay. I deliver part-time in the mornings for local FedEx.
Okay.
Yeah, we shout out Scout Logistics.
We have FedEx guy 1 and 2 that listen to the show.
Yeah. Okay. So you make various deliveries, and this was back in November
of last year.
This past
year.
So
recently. Okay. I've not heard this story.
Yeah. So, it had been cold, and it was kind of a warm day, about 65 or whatever. And when you deliver it, there's little instructions. Usually it'll say front door. No one ever put my package on the roof. It's always front door. Front door. There was one the other day that said front door. My wife will be home all day. Okay, what are you saying? But so this one was come around the side gate and put on the back porch. And I was relatively new, so I thought, okay, I'll go around.
Easy instructions.
Yeah, easy instructions.
Got it.
Okay, go around the side. That open the gate. Make sure there's not a dog that's going to attack you. And I come around. And there's some hedges and whatnot, and I see this head, and I'm like, older gentleman, older than me, and I just see his head because of the bushes.
Sure.
So I'm like, okay, whatever. And it looks like he's cleaning his pool. So I go over, I put the package on next to the back door, take the picture, and he's, you kind of turn around. He's still facing the other way. But now the bushes have parted, and he's naked as a jaybird. And I'm like,
is this?
Huh?
What time of morning is this?
Oh, this is probably like 10:30.
No.
And I'm like, I'm being pranked.
Do not
somehow.
do that.
There's a camera here somewhere. And thankfully he keeps looking straight. But it's just like, oh my God.
Question.
Why is he cleaning his pool naked in November?
DQ, why would somebody clean their pool naked at 10:30 in the middle of November?
I would be willing to bet this person spends most of their time nude.
And it felt like a total setup. Come around the gate. It's like he wanted to be seen.
I feel like you could charge him for a crime.
You really
of
should.
Some
So
sort.
from now on, those packages stop at the front door.
Not going around the side.
No.
Okay.
Did he wave at you?
Did he say anything?
He didn't say anything. It was like, I don't know. It was weird. I was like, I was about to say something, and I know, and it's like, oh my God.
It's because he didn't say something, because he would have turned around and probably tried to have a conversation with you.
And I was just like, I'm not ready for that. So it was as quietly and quickly as I could. I got the hell out of there and called my wife right afterwards. I said, you will not believe what happened. I mean, that was one of the last things I had on the bingo card for that day.
Blair, would these be considered normal nudity issues?
I was just not ready for that.
Okay. Mongo was just reciprocating you delivering a package.
What?
Well, where Abner would like to know which town this was in. He is assuming somewhere in the 870 because it's always the 870.
No, this was in the 479.
Okay. All right. So, like north 479? Like north of here?
Probably about. It's on the other side of Hunt Park from where I live.
My town?
Yeah.
My town does this? No.
Oh, my hometown.
No. Shadow Valley, fine. Would completely understand.
This was Springdale.
My town?
Springdale.
No.
Yeah, this is the town I grew up in. I grew up down the hill here.
Oh,
bottom of the hill. Yeah.
FedEx Guy 2 is texting. 35 years doing this. I have several nudist encounters. So
how does he handle them? I wonder.
Great question.
Did you say anything to him? I mean, because what would you say? Oh, nice day. Nice day to clean the pool.
DQ's going to hate this.
Isn't the pool supposed to be covered by then?
Yes.
I know. That's what made it really. I mean, it was just.
Buy a pool
I
cover.
just felt like it was a total setup. The guy wanted to be
I think
seen.
he was. And he was probably disappointed that you didn't say anything to him.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint him. Gee. I mean, yeah, what do you say? Whatever you do, don't turn around, please.
FedEx Guy says, look straight. FedEx Guy 2, excuse me. I don't want to get them confused. Look straight forward, sunglasses.
Yeah.
It's pretty much how you handle it. Hey, I'm proud of you for not saying anything, because I would have said something.
It was just like, oh.
What if it was a heated pool? Above ground or in ground?
No, it was an in-ground pool.
Might have been.
I don't know. It was just, that was the last thing I
Could you
ever
just yell at him?
expected to
Man,
see.
it's cold.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. I mean, I was just about to say something, and it was just like.
No, you tuck tail and run.
Yeah, I mean,
call your wife,
you just,
apologize for all the things you did wrong.
Yeah,
because
it's
that's
like, you
karma,
will
my
not
man.
believe this. Yeah, it's like, whoa.
All right, that's not where I thought that was going.
Yeah.
Blair and I are going to come back here in just a minute. We're gonna talk about this Cal interview that went on earlier this week. I've got some thoughts on this. He said some interesting things that we'll dove into. Blair and I'll be right back. It's the Ruscin and Zach Show.
This is Ruscin and Zach.
It's not always that easy to play here. There's a lot of people that are fans, good fans. Some aren't so great fans.
On ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com. Call or text the McClarty Daniel hotline to join the local conversation on ESPN Arkansas. 866-285-4005. McClarty Daniel has a vehicle to fit both your style and budget. With 6 locations in Springdale and Bentonville, you're never too far from a good deal. Visit McClartyDaniel.com to find your next ride. Find your next ride with McClarty Daniel at a price you'll love. Join the conversation on ESPN Arkansas at 866-285-4005.
I think one of the things that patients don't realize is that when they get a joint replacement, that's not a lifetime treatment option. And they're probably, if they are a younger patient, signing up for multiple surgeries down the road.
As a physician and medical director for QC Kinetics, Dr. Caravelli's seen a pattern of trending joint pain. Prolonged medication, steroids, then surgery, possibly another surgery.
So a lot of our patients are trying to avoid or put off surgery, and this is the treatment that can help them do that.
QC Kinetics extracts your body's healing substances, concentrates them back into your aching joints to help heal and restore those areas, providing lasting relief.
Oh, I love being able to tell my patients, before we do this surgery, let's try another option. Let's see if this is right for you, because now they might not have to have surgery at all.
Call today for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 479-999-1234. That's 479-999-1234. 479-999-1234.
Pay attention. This happens fast. You need money. You get a job. Turns out that job doesn't pay near enough for the nonsense it puts you through every day. You want to move fast, but the clock moves slow. You're smart, though. You know machines. You want to work at a place as fast as you. You call Medley Equipment Company. They need a technician, and they'll teach you everything you need to know to be the best, with pay raises all along. Because Medley keeps you moving.
I'm Branch Manager Bo Tommy. Visit medley.com or come see us at 2150 Ford Avenue, Springdale, Arkansas.
The greatest pairings start with things that were great on their own, but when combined, you get something even better. And that's what happened when Branson and TYM Tractors joined forces. 2 companies with a heritage of building great tractors, combined to bring you something even better. They know you want a reliable machine that is ready to work for years to come. Branson TYM Tractors know you want a versatile tractor too. They offer many different models to help you cover ground or fit into tight places. And all Branson TYM tractors are available with tons of attachments to help with your next job. And they know you want a tractor that is also affordable. That's why they believe in offering a tractor with all the capability of the competitors for less money. Go ahead, compare prices. You'll see the best value is a new Branson TYM tractor at Tatum Motor Company in Anderson, Missouri and Tawnytown, Arkansas.
I'm Paul with Tatum Motor Company. Visit us online at tatummotor.com.
Hey y'all, it's Melinda at Fantasy Sports Cuts. Have you ever thought about what a bad haircut could do to your image? That's why you shouldn't trust your appearance to anyone except the professionals at Fantasy Sports Cuts. We believe our clients are walking billboards. If you don't look good, we don't look good. Fantasy Sports Cuts is a full-service men's hair salon where you'll always find sports on our 8 TVs, and the fridge is always full of free beer, or root beer for those little men in training. Fantasy Sports Cuts, Fayetteville's hair joint for men at Mission and Crossover in the Harp Shopping Center.
Needing an electrician? Call the pros at Mr. Sparky. All of our certified electricians provide 5-star electrical work. If you have problems with an outlet, blown fuse, ceiling fan, need a panel replacement, or even a safety check, we've got you covered. Day or night, 24/7. And all of our work is 100% guaranteed. You can trust your electrical work with Mr. Sparky.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Your Mach 1 market moment.
Interesting when you talk about the history of markets is people will talk in America the last decade. So the year 2000 to the year 2010, where the S&P 500, if you look at it, it didn't go up. It actually went down from 2000 to 2010. They call it the lost decade because no one made any money if you had been invested from 2000 to 2010. Japan had a 30-year lost decade. Right. And that goes to where do you want your money? And diversification is extremely important. Not just diversifying your investments into different types of companies, but different countries.
Absolutely.
Because there will be periods of time. America was down from 2000 to 2010. International did better in that time frame.
Mach 1 Financial Group, LLC is an SEC-registered financial advisor located in Rogers, Arkansas. For full disclosures, visit mach-1financial.com/disclosure.
Welcome to McClarty Daniel Country.
With 6 giant locations and over 3,000 vehicles, Northwest Arkansas is McClarty Daniel Country. Stop by one of our showrooms today to shop our full lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs.
McClarty Daniel is proud to be your premier automotive destination.
Need service? We work on all makes and models 6 days a week. Plus, our full-service collision center can repair anything, from a minor ding to a major collision. Have you visited McClarty Daniel Country?
Visit us online at McClartyDaniel.com.
ESPN 99.5. We don't read the headlines. We make the headlines. This is Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on HitThatLine.com.
It's the Ruscin and Zach show. Blair Cartwright sitting in DQ is here. 26 minutes. We'll talk to Chuck Barrett, the man with the lead. Now, you guys were like office mates, so it'll be a reunion.
Yes.
But first, this is your drive home, and it's powered by Mr. Sparky.
Need a licensed electrician to service your home? Give us a jingle, or just use this one.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
For local pros, call Mr. Sparky.
Was it time?
I don't think it was. It was like it was a man.
Look, another player's rung the bell. That means he did his personal best.
God, that was boring.
Woo pig.
All right. So glad to have you along. 4:30. Blair is here. He's just told us about delivering a package
to the nude man.
To the nude man
in November.
And apparently, you saw the nude man the other day.
He was fully clothed though, talking to his neighbor. God knows what they were talking about.
How bad? How? I don't know what being the neighbor. I've always had lovely neighbors. They've all been wonderful. Never had.
They've got to know the secrets.
Absolutely, they do.
Yeah.
Okay, so earlier this week, John Calipari, the head coach at the University of Arkansas, still seems weird saying that, appeared on the Dan Patrick Show and said some interesting things. And
he always does.
He always does. And first things first. And you, as somebody, you were, maybe still are. You are the greatest photographer I have ever seen in my life.
Well, thank you.
When Clinton came to town, who did they send? There you go. All right.
When he got inaugurated, they sent me.
They sent who? They sent you. You're the best photographer and editor I've ever seen. I learned from you. And
and look at me now.
We're doing great.
That's paid off.
So I have to give Cal a shout out because when he speaks, there's this cadence to the way he speaks, and there are very natural pauses.
Editable.
So it makes everything he says editable.
Mm-hmm.
So he appears on the Dan Patrick Show earlier this week. And he said some things, and he asked a question I thought was really interesting, and a question that I have asked multiple times about his departure from Kentucky,
the other place,
and coming here. And here's what he had to say about that.
But did you jump before you were pushed?
For me to do what I'm doing, I needed that tailwind, no headwinds. We needed to be able to move in what we were doing, and as far as saying, well, they pushed you out. No, I don't think that was the case. But again, let it be good for both.
5 edits in that, by the way.
Really?
Yeah. He has a very natural way that he speaks, and there are natural pauses. Okay, so that was the question that I wanted him to answer, was were you pushed? And I think the answer is yes. He got out ahead of the posse.
Oh, totally. Totally. And he'll never say that anything otherwise.
And everything that I've read on the internet about his situation at Kentucky was that it was, and he said it in the interview a couple of times, that it had gotten a little stale, and they needed a new voice. That's a great way to put it.
Yes.
And if things did not go well this year, that he was probably going to, I don't know that they would have fired him, but I think it would have been sort of a mutual parting of the ways.
Yes.
And I think that's fair. Saying that I thought the interesting part of that was he needed a tailwind, not a headwind, which says to me that he had some resistance from his administration.
Well, he and Barnhart did that interview on camera together. That was a little awkward.
Yeah. So the conversation, moved along, and he started talking about, his relationship. And I didn't know this, but Kelvin Sampson and he are very, very close. And he said, one of the determining factors, and it was the way Kelvin Sampson phrased this in his journey to Arkansas.
Kelvin Sampson and I have been friends for a long, long time. I called Kelvin to check on Hunter, the AD, who had been at Houston with him. Well, he went crazy. I love him. He's the best. He's this, he's that. Okay. But I'm having a hard time because I'm going to end up leaving players. And Kelvin went crazy. What? If you leave, they can leave. They can go where they want. They can go with you. They can go pro. What are you talking about? This isn't 10 years ago. And then he said the one that got me. And if you stay, they can leave. They can go somewhere else. They can go pro. This is different. And you know what? That got me to think in a different way. And within 36 hours, I said, you know what? I want this new challenge.
Okay. I'm not sure I buy all of it. He knew that. He's a very smart guy. But,
yes.
you're posturing here that, it can be good for both of us. The players can come and go. And he talked quite a bit about that in particular, talking about, players coming and going. But I did feel, I've said this from the beginning. When, at the University of Arkansas, what they wanted was a guy with Arkansas ties. Got Arkansas, and family, and the whole thing. John Calipari, for lack of a better term, is just a hired mercenary now. You're coming to Calipari.
All coaches are, yes.
But you get coaches that come in and embrace everything. Hunter, the AD. It's like, man, I'm completely mystified by the turn here. Like, John Calipari is here to do one thing and one thing only, and that's win basketball games. Sorry, watching the game next to basketball games.
Buried the lead there.
And the colors on the jersey don't matter.
Yeah.
It's about John Calipari and his vision for basketball. And I found it just incredibly interesting listening to him talking that it's almost disengaged from the university aspect of this. And I went back and I was looking at some things on social media, and the Kentucky fans talk about this, like totally disengaged from the university life that I think that we all hold so dear. As I went there. There's a certain aspect of it that is sort of home for all of us that went to school on the Hill. He is not in here for that. And some guys may fake it better than others. I don't know if Sam Pittman loves it here or not. I know he likes Lake Hamilton. I know that. I don't know if he loves Fayetteville. I don't know if he loves the university. He sure puts on a good show.
No, he says he does.
He says he does.
But any coach is going to tell you that.
Except John Calipari. He just doesn't care. It is about him and his system and pulling everybody in. And I think we're just going to be along for the ride until it ends. Yeah. When it ends, if you've got national titles, if you've got number one draft picks, you're going to be able to point at those guys and say, these are our guys.
He's got a blueprint of the way he does things, and it travels. And that's
a great way of putting it.
This will be the third stop on the college tour for him. He's a professional. He knows he has a system. He's obviously well liked by his peers because they put him the president of the Basketball Coaches Association. Yeah. And you don't get that job if people don't like you and respect you. I don't think.
I don't believe that he's disingenuous. I just think he's.
But he embraces this place enough. Look, if
he goes 30-5, nobody's going to care if he moves to Missouri.
Winning solves all things.
Absolutely, it does.
I mean, yeah. So you got to win, but it's kind of funny. He talked about Kelvin told him they can leave. He never had that problem at the other place. Guys never left there unless they were going pro. But then things have changed. I mean, the landscape's changed. Sometimes a change, they always say a change of scenery is good. A new challenge is good. And maybe he got a little content at the other place. And this is, he's still got the competitive fire, but this is now a new challenge, a new place, a new beginning, a little rejuvenation, if you will. We saw Gary Blair go through kind of the same thing in A&M, and that worked out pretty well.
I'm not questioning his motives at all. I believe he's here to win basketball games, and like I said, the color in the uniform, the name on the uniform doesn't matter to him. He's going to give you, it's his system, his way of doing things, his, as you said, blueprint for winning basketball games. Yes. And it's good here, it's good in South America, it's good on the North Pole. It doesn't matter. And players are drawn to him.
Oh, no question about it. I mean, look how many guys came with him.
Yeah.
And look how many guys left here to go with the other coach.
Yeah, that's that. Well,
I mean, and I'm not trying to knock Musk. Musk did a great job of getting this program back on its feet into national relevance. Now Cal showing up is skyrocketed it up. It's amazing. Everybody talks about the NIL, but still, those guys are coming because he's here.
Yeah.
So it's exciting. I think it's gonna be fun. It's gonna have moments of frustration, but we'll have dudes.
Sure. Now you mentioned dudes and recruiting, and I think we all have questions about how he's going to go about, constructing a roster. And he gave you we've got the 8, 9, we're 8, 9 guys. That's what we're going to recruit. Well, he talked about that a little bit.
I can't take 7 freshmen until these rules change. So I am still going to recruit the best freshmen. Probably take 3 or 4, not 7. I can't take that many. You would hope a couple kids will stay, and I'll bring in a couple transfers that are a little bit older. I want 8 or 9 guys on scholarship, NIL, all that, and then I want 10, 11, 12. We got 9 on scholarship. We're adding 10, 11, 12.
Again, this is courtesy of the Dan Patrick Show. They talked to him earlier this week, but he was talking about this being the North Carolina method, which was when you were recruited as a freshman at North Carolina under Dean Smith, you were player 10, 11, and 12, and you worked your way forward.
Developed.
I'm going to be curious to see what players, they've got 9 now. I want to know what player 10, 11, and 12 are these developmental guys? Are these guys just are they 3 walk-ons that we're just putting at the end of the bench? Mm-hmm. Obviously, and I think we all kind of understand that, it's going to be 8 to 9 players that are going to be the rotation, the backbone of this thing. And then you're going to have the rest of the roster is just sort of there. They may be developmental guys. They may be guys that are there for a year or two, and then they're gone. It was good to hear him just sort of say that and explain kind of how they're going to put this thing together, because his method through the years has been, we're going to take all the blue chip freshmen that we can get, and we're going to sort it out.
Which worked until COVID, because then everybody got older because guys were staying, and as we've seen, experience is huge. It's weird. It's like he's, I don't want to say content, but he realized his system needed tweaked a little bit. He needed to adapt to the game. And I can understand why he was hesitant to do so, because he was having the success he was having where he was. But now it's got a different perspective. And he's still got the fire too, I think. And that's going to be the big difference.
I'm very happy to see that, he's not one of those that's stuck in his ways and is going to go down with the ship.
He's willing to adapt.
He's willing to adapt and change.
Which is good.
Whether or not he's going to be successful or not, we'll find out. But at least he's willing to admit that, okay, the way that we did things, and he was at the forefront of that one and done thing.
Yes.
He's willing to, again, sort of change his stripes a little bit and go forward and try and make a new situation work under new rules. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited to see what exactly this looks like. When we have Mike Neighbors in here, I mean, he's watching them practice. And he's like, man, they're good. They're really, really good. One of the things that he told us when he was in here on Tuesday was when Cal was hired, like coaching is a very, very small fraternity, men's, women's, whatever, different disciplines. Nobody, and he said this over and over and over again, nobody had anything bad to say about him. Like, you're going to like this guy. You're going to get along with this guy. This guy's going to be good for your university, which is good to hear.
Yeah. I mean, you don't hear a lot of unkind words about him at all. I mean, when he left, all the the positive, like the one rabbi who talked about when Cal came out and lit the menorah with him after the shooting in Pittsburgh, where he's from. I mean, the human side of him came out. I mean, it was amazing. There's so much more to him because we only viewed him through a certain lens.
Yeah, we hated him.
No one liked him. I mean, that's still the loudest time that arena noise has ever been made was when he got tossed out. And of course, he joked about. I mean, he was so good in that press.
Oh, he's absolutely polished in that respect,
and that's why he is in the Hall of Fame, and that's why his record speaks for itself. I mean, he's the real deal.
Absolutely. Now he did have the interview went on about some things with the Lakers and all that kind of stuff. But when they got back to it, he's got an idea. Now you mentioned he's the president, and he's got an idea for how to sort of fix this spot that we've gotten in. And he mentioned or made reference to the kid from Oakland. I say kid, he's a man. He's 24 years old. Talked about him being in college, and he shouldn't have been in college. He should have been out 3 years prior to that. But he's got an idea.
5 years to play 4. If you got injured, you got an extra year. If you got redshirted, you got an extra year. What if you got hurt 3 different years? Buzzard luck, my man. I don't know what to tell you. So let's get back. We can do that now. They say, well, COVID and all. Stop. You're giving waivers to everybody. 5 years to play 4 solves 60-70% of our problems.
There you go. And he's not wrong. He's 100% right because this is not meant to be. And he made reference in that. Again, that thing had like 8 edits in it. But he made reference to a football player at the University of Miami that is playing his 9th year of college football.
Yeah, that's insane.
This was not meant to be a profession. This was meant to be, 4 years, 5 years, and you're out the door moving on.
When you say that, it's not made to be a profession. And then
as a player.
NIL.
But as a player, I mean, you weren't meant to be there for a decade.
No. Like, Javon Crudup was at Missouri, I think, for 12 years?
I think so.
Like.
I think so.
And I agree. 4 years to play 5 and be done with it. I mean, you need to move on. It's time for the next phase of your life.
Yeah, and he's. I don't know. I don't know what the percentage is, but I'll take his word for 60 to 70%. It creates. What it does is keeps the line moving.
Yeah.
I look at the high school seniors today. I mean, they're that are going in. There will be college freshmen next year in college basketball.
Year.
No, and they're also going to run into a log jam of players that are 23, 24, 25. I mean, these are grown men, and you're bringing 18-year-old freshmen onto campus. I don't know that I don't have all the answers, but I was glad to hear that at least he had some sort of a plan that hey, we can kind of get back to where we were.
Yeah, no, it's I mean, getting the experience, which we saw he did in the portal. It's a good mix. Yeah, I mean, you can't go young because you're trying to play 17 and 18-year-olds going against 24 and 25-year-olds. I mean, that didn't sound like much, but
it's a world of difference. And he talked about that a lot was with having, guys that have had 6 years of college basketball versus what is essentially a college basketball rookie. Yeah, I mean, the veteran, if he's a talented player, is probably going to win that matchup quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, think about the advantage that everyone always thought BYU had because their athletes would go on a 2-year mission and come back, and they're 23, 24, playing 18-year-olds, 6-year difference. Hey, a lot happens over the course of those 6 years. And just physical development, mental development, and everything else.
Absolutely.
So, and we've seen that now extend to everybody with COVID. Are we finally in the last year of the whole COVID thing?
What was that, 2020?
Is it finally going to cycle out? I mean, it's kind of crazy.
No, because I mean, you can have guys that redshirted, transferred, got injured.
But we're getting close, aren't we?
We're probably 4 years away from getting them out. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I remember when like Chris Wenke was playing college football and he was in his late 20s, but he had played years of minor league baseball.
Yeah,
I mean,
his clock hadn't started.
Yeah, his clock hadn't started. We got a text here from the other night. If you're enrolled in that school, then why can't you play for that school? I didn't say you can't. I'm saying that wasn't its original intent.
Yeah,
it's 5 years to play 4, and that's something that as Coach referenced. I mean, you can institute that today.
Oh, yeah. Well, isn't that how it used to be?
Yeah, you had 5 to play 4
because you had a red shirt year.
And if you had to apply for a medical red shirt,
yes,
if you wanted that 6th year, and the NCAA didn't grant many of those.
Oh no, it was you had to document it, and guys got turned down, and people were happy, and there was gnashing of teeth. But I mean, that was one thing I don't get with the portal though. How are these guys staying academically eligible that are on their 4th school?
Oh, you know how.
I mean, but seriously,
we're massaging a lot of things to keep guys eligible.
Yeah, and we're not doing them any favors by doing that.
No, but I don't think that's the intent any longer. I don't think the education is ancillary to this whole thing. Yeah, it's just
third or
fourth or fifth. It's about one NIL. It's playing time NIL league.
It's all about the here and now.
Right, exactly. I mean, there's no long-term plan when this thing goes down. I totally agree with that. But yeah, I mean, the question's legit. How are they still academically eligible? And I'm sure the compliance officers by now look like me. They got big bags under their eyes. Their hair's gone. They're absolutely driving themselves crazy trying to keep these guys eligible.
Out of their minds.
Absolutely, they are. Hey, we got Chuck Barrett coming up here in about 7 minutes or so. DQ is here. Blair's here as well. We're going to talk to Chuck about the Major League Baseball game tonight between the Giants and the Cardinals down at Rickwood in Alabama. We'll talk to him about some other stuff going on. We'll get his thoughts on the passing of Willie Mays. I'm sure he's a huge Donald Sutherland fan, so we will talk to him as well.
He's well-rounded.
Oh, of course he is.
Well-rounded individual.
And of course he will be broadcasting from parts unknown.
That's part of the hook.
That is part of the deal. That's what you get when you're the voice of the Razorbacks. Yes. Blair and I'll be right back. The Ruscin and Zach Show.
A fugitive wanted for 4 murders has been captured and is behind bars this morning. I'm Allison Wise with your headlines. Here's the latest. Stacy Lee Drake, the man police say killed 3 people in 2 separate carjackings in Oklahoma and another in Alabama, was caught in Morrilton. Arkansas State Police say he was captured around 10 a.m. near University Boulevard and Poor Farm Road. Drake's accused of killing a man inside an Alcoholics Anonymous building in Tuscaloosa back in May. Police say he was using a fake name and he stole a truck, then came to El Reno, Oklahoma, where he's accused of another murder. And he's also accused of a double murder that just happened Tuesday night in Gans, Oklahoma in Sequoyah County. Tonight, 4029 News hears from the victims' families in Sequoyah County now that the suspected murderer is behind bars. In the newsroom, I'm Allison Wise.
DJ Williams in the building talking about testosterone therapy in Rogers, Arkansas. Tell me about it.
First, let me let you know it's testosterone replacement therapy. Not only your energy, but helps that muscle mass and even lifts your mood. That's big time. It's perfect for anyone that just wants to feel a little bit younger and a little bit stronger.
So you said the clinic name is MD Hair Labs and Vitality. They're located in Rogers next to Topgolf, and all you guys got to do is go to mdhairlabs.com to schedule your free testosterone consultation today.
Looking to buy your dream home or list your current home? Call the Good Team. Brett and Monica Good with Collier & Associates. Nobody knows the Northwest Arkansas market better. Monica and Brett work as a team and specialize in Beaver Lake properties, Bella Vista, all of Benton and Washington County, and Fort Smith as well. Whether you want to buy or sell a new home, second home, or forever home, call the Good Team. Brett and Monica Good with Collier & Associates. 479-651-2292. That's 479-651-2292 for Brett and Monica Good.
Okay, listen up, guys. We can't turn back the clock, but we certainly can make it look like you did. Smooth out those pesky wrinkles, say goodbye to looking tired, and hello to looking refreshed at Boxy Aesthetics in Rogers. With the right treatment, you'll be looking and feeling younger in no time. Visit us today and let's redefine what it means to look our age. Visit BoxyNWA.com to get started. That's Boxy as in B for vibrant, OXYNWA.com.
Welcome to McClarty Daniel Country.
With 6 giant locations and over 3,000 vehicles, Northwest Arkansas is McClarty Daniel Country. Stop by one of our showrooms today to shop our full lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs.
McClarty Daniel is proud to be your premier automotive destination.
Need service? We work on all makes and models 6 days a week. Plus, our full-service collision center can repair anything, from a minor ding to a major collision. Have you visited McClarty Daniel Country?
Visit us online at McClartyDaniel.com.
Do you care about your community? USA Fireworks does. Edwin and Chris Brewer have been giving back for over 30 plus years to Arkansas. USA Fireworks has helped with school fundraisers, adoption funding, city functions, and more. USA Fireworks puts together fireworks shows for families across the state of Arkansas. If you're interested in purchasing your fireworks show at wholesale prices, contact us at usafireworks.org.
The biggest outdoor party of the year. Hit 'em with the razzle dazzle, Dad. Bert Kreischer's Fully Loaded Comedy Festival, starring Bert Kreischer. Plus a fully loaded lineup including Whitney Cummings, Ralph Barbosa, Big J. Okerson, Dan Soder, Matt McCusker, and more. June 27th, Walmart Amp in Northwest Arkansas. Get tickets at amptickets.com. More at fullyloadedfestival.com. Bert Kreischer's Fully Loaded Comedy Festival.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe insurance should adjust to fit your needs. That's why we work with you to design an auto, home, and life insurance plan that's particular to you. Insurance that fits just right. Ready to check us out? Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Call my friend J.T. Finley at 479-521-4220 or come by and see him in the heart of Fayetteville off College Avenue.
Hey, Ty Richardson for Brett and Shannon Brundage at Fish City Grill. Local Arkansans who grew up in the state and are Razorback fans just like you. At Fish City Grill, you'll taste the difference with fresh shucked oysters and their chalkboard specials. Fish City Grill in Rogers, available for curbside pickup and delivery. 479-636-8833. Come by and see their team at 2003 South Bellevue Road in Rogers.
Fish City Grill, your home for all things seafood.
KAKS Goshen Fayetteville, K237GR Johnson. Arkansas football begins in 70 days. Broadcasting live from the Cards Recycling Studio. Cards is the official residential, commercial, and recycling waste collection service of the Ruscin and Zach Show. ESPN Arkansas presents Derek Ruscin.
Have we got a stadium? Yes. Have we got a college? Yes. Well, we can't support both. Tomorrow we start tearing down the college.
And Zach Arns.
Work. Hello, boys. Have a good night's rest. I missed you.
With DQ.
Just gonna go have fun. No one out there that I know of in the audience actively hates me.
Call or text the McClarty Daniel hotline 866-285-4005. With 6 locations in Springdale and Bentonville, a good deal is never far away. Ruscin and Zach.
But if they hate him, why do they listen?
Most common answer. I want to see what he'll say next.
This is Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
That one was on me. My fault. It's 5 o'clock. It's the Ruscin and Zach Show. Chuck Barrett's going to join us in a moment. But first, it's your drive home, and it's powered by Mr. Sparky.
Need a licensed electrician to service your home? Give us a jingle. Or just use this one.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
For local pros, call Mr. Sparky.
Everything gets to know each other in your mouth. Blair Cartwright is here, DQ is here, and let's welcome in Chuck Barrett, the voice of the Razorbacks. Chuck, we've known each other quite a long time. I can date it back to like 1993?
Somewhere in that neighborhood.
Somewhere in that neighborhood. Back when we were young and everything didn't hurt. I do have a
I knew BC back then, too.
Yeah. How are you, Chuck?
I'm good. Good to talk to you, man.
Good to talk to
now,
you.
I'm told that you guys were office mates.
We were, as a matter of fact. His office was right across from mine. I could hear him swear out loud. He could hear me. And,
Chuck didn't swear while I did. Yeah. Oh, Lord.
Scale of 1 to 10, 10 being an absolute abomination, 1 being perfect. How messy was Blair's office? Blair
Well, it was lived in. It was
To be
lived
honest,
in.
it was
Let's
a-
just
it
put it
was a
that way.
10. It was a 10.
lived in.
Just
Yeah.
say it. It was a 10.
Oh, I was going to say it was like a 12. But,
well, yeah, that's true. Well, yeah. That's
no, you did a lot of work in there. That was the reason. I didn't
Yeah.
do much. That's why mine was clean all the time. I was seldom there.
I have seen Blair's workspace in the
It was
past.
12.
It's
That's
absolutely
that's
12.
correct.
So I have a question for you. Well, first of all, Derek and his bride got married. They are vacationing in Canada this week, and everything went
Think
well.
he's listening? Think he's listening right now?
It's funny you should
I'll
ask.
bet he is. I'll bet he is.
It's funny. It's funny you say. 2:00 Monday morning, I get a text. We're listening. Like, why? Why? We're 48 hours out from the ceremony. Why are you listening to this? I got a text last night. They were in a bar drunk watching cricket, and they needed like a cricket tutorial. I've received, and they earlier today they sent me a picture of their view for the day. So I feel like I've been there myself.
It's like you're there with him.
Yeah.
You're the third party.
Know it's a good marriage. It's going to be a good marriage when they're drunk together watching cricket.
I feel like that's a good jumping
That's a
off
good
point.
sign.
Chuck, I've got some idle time this weekend. What do you do when you completely check out and just want to waste time and not accomplish anything?
Stare off into space. Contemplate the universe.
Okay. And how long can one do this?
2-3 days.
Just completely check out. Just
That's
stare
right.
out the window. Okay.
I can do it. No, I like to go to an area probably in the middle of nowhere, if you want to know the truth.
Chuck is a professional.
Yeah.
You thinking about checking out this weekend?
Yeah, I'm thinking
or
about
what?
checking out this weekend.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah, I got one commitment this weekend, and other than that, I have nothing to do.
Is that like a darkness retreat?
I don't think. Well, I think I could make that. I could do a weekend. Like if you want to take my phone, I think that's what I'm good. I think that maybe the first thing I do is I'm shutting my phone off.
I don't know if I could actually do that.
That would be hard.
I say I would. And wouldn't that be great? But then,
after a couple hours, man.
Yeah.
I went up Mount Nebo. Well, this is probably 2 years ago, and about halfway up, you lose your cell signal, and I was like, "Great!"
Came right back down.
I go.
Kids were complaining.
I go all the way to the top. It's me and my daughter. We're having a good time. I swear to you, I get halfway down that hill. All of a sudden, my phone's bzz, 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 all the text messages you missed. I was tempted to drive right back up to the top, leave everybody behind. But want to talk to you a little bit because you're probably the perfect person to talk to about this subject with. Willie Mays passed yesterday, and probably I don't think there's any probably greatest living baseball player for sure. I'm certain a top 5 player all time in your opinion.
Oh, I'd say so, yeah. Sure I would. I mean, this is a guy that transformed the position, number one, was in his day clearly the best player in the game. And when you throw all the numbers out that, seem to be requirements for being considered among the best players, his all match up. And, Keith Hernandez said something about him the other night. Keith Hernandez grew up in the Bay Area, watched him play as a kid. Said, every time I went to what was then the old Candlestick Park, Mays would do something that would have you talking the next day. Might be a home run, might be a great catch, might be a stolen base, might be a triple, might be throwing a guy out from center field at home plate. He would do something during the course of the game. He was a great showman, wore his hat a size too small so it would always blow off.
Did he really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, knew the showmanship, knew how to play to the crowd. And I don't mean that in a bad way at all. I think sports is devoid of characters now, and that's one of the things, particularly with baseball, that has made it lose some of its appeal. But Mays knew people were watching him. He knew people came to the ballpark to watch him, and he made sure they got a show.
It was numbers obviously stack up. Greatest center fielder, I think that it's him, it's Griffey, and maybe DiMaggio is your top 3, but I think Willie far away outpaces them.
Easily.
I heard you guys talking the other day. Now I will go to my grave arguing that Hank Aaron's the best player that ever lived. Not the most important, but the greatest player that ever lived. The top 5 in like all the categories. The guy right behind him is Willie Mays.
Oh, I think Mays is in the top 2 or 3. When you start combining what you see with the numbers, and I am barely old enough to remember Mays' final 3 or 4 years when he played with the Giants, and I remember when they traded him to the Mets, and he was just a shell of himself when they played the A's in the World Series, and you could tell it was over. But he's one of those guys again that, when they're talking about you in the 50s as being the greatest player in the game, and 70 years later they're still talking about you as being one of the greatest in the game, that says a mouthful right there.
It's an awful lot. Now, tonight, your Cardinals take on the Giants, and I contend that Major League Baseball does a lot of things right. They screw some stuff up. But when they decide to pour on the nostalgia, they're going to play a game at Rickwood, or they play the game at the Field of Dreams game, and all of this stuff. Baseball does it right. They're not sending the Marlins to Rickwood. They're going to send 2 established franchises. They're going to send the Giants, ironically, the team that.
The idea was to have Willie Mays there tonight. Was for it to be a celebration of Willie Mays,
because he had played there.
And yes, and that's where he broke in. And the list of people who've played at that ballpark it is a baseball who's who. Anyone from that era, seemingly, played in that ballpark at some point in time, from Babe Ruth to Willie Mays to Lou Gehrig. Everybody's played in that ballpark. It's identified with the Negro Leagues, but there are many players who came through and played in that ballpark. I went by there. It's been probably 15 years ago. We were down there for the conference tournament, and I was just out driving around, and I'd go over and see Rickwood Field, and I did. And it was pretty much falling down then. They've done a nice job to restore it, and obviously you don't stage a major league ball game without having major league conditions, at least out on the field. So, this and the Field of Dream games, and they know what they're doing.
Predates Wrigley, predates Fenway, the two oldest oldest
It's like
parks.
walking back in time.
Oh, it is.
It was awesome. I'm shocked you were not going to be there tonight, to be honest.
Well, to be honest with you, Blair, I thought about it, and that was kind of in my summer plans, but it just didn't work out. I've kind of kept up with the ticket prices, and up until about a week ago, everything was up over $2,000 that I saw on the secondary market.
Wow!
You got to remember, there's only 2,400 seats, and you have to
true.
know that at least half of them, if not more, are going to be taken up by dignitaries, people that are involved with Major League Baseball, sponsors, corporate people. My guess would be there's probably less than 1,000, or no more than 1,000 or so, that really actually went on sale to the public. I checked a couple of nights ago. I think it was about six or 700, something like that. They played a minor league game there last night.
Yeah, there was a former Razorback in that too, I believe.
Yeah. Oh, really? I didn't know that.
I'm sitting here. I've printed off it's kind of a history of Rickwood Field, and Alabama and Auburn played football there, beginning in 1911. Played there till 1927. Yeah.
Who is Birmingham Stadium? You think about it.
Yeah.
In that era, 1911. If Auburn and Alabama were playing football there, it stands to reason they didn't have a bigger stadium, or they'd have put it there. So I'm going to guess that for many years, not only was it, one of the storied places in Major League Baseball, but it was essentially Birmingham Stadium.
Michael Turner and Jalen Battles.
Oh, there you go.
Were in the game, as was Patrick Wicklander.
Yeah, you know what? Well, I'm friends with Patrick's
I
dad.
knew. Well, I saw that about Wicklander.
Yeah.
I didn't know that about the other guy.
Yeah, I'm friends
what a
with-
thrill for them!
Man,
what
wow.
a thrill!
How cool that would. I always thought they should play.
No, hey, just hang on a second, because I'm going to ask Chuck about this. I know where you're going here.
Yeah.
All right.
So Blair's got an idea, and you're perfect person to ask on this. Blair wants to play the SEC tournament at Rickwood.
Just one time.
Oh, it wouldn't bother me. I don't think you'd get that through, because there'd
Traffic
be
could
a
be
lot of
better.
people left out. There'd be a lot of people left out.
Yeah. But it would be cool.
It would be cool. I wouldn't argue with that. I think sometimes, though, games like this, the one tonight, Field of Dreams game, I don't know if you tried to do that every night or all the time, so to speak. There's a reason, those are not facilities that you would want to have to originate all the things that must be originated from a Major League Baseball game or an SEC tournament game to do it every day of the week. But it is kind of cool to have it every once in a while, and I hope they'll continue to do that.
They'll play the championship game in the tournament.
Maybe so, yeah. I mean, look, I think it'd be fun. Don't get me wrong. I just don't know how you get everybody in there.
Yeah.
Game starts here in about 48 minutes or so. It'll be a lot of fun, and I don't know if they're wearing throwback uniforms.
They are.
They are.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Right.
They're going all out.
I've been too busy watching the Red Sox start to win again, and I don't know what to do with my hands, Chuck. The Red Sox are winning baseball games.
Well, sit tight. It'll change.
Thank you.
You're not catching the Yankees.
No, we just swept them or took 2 out of 3 from them.
But you're not catching them.
No. Well, you know what? Let me dream just for a second. I think that.
I mean, look, there are many battles during the course of a major league season.
Yes.
You'll win a few of those battles, but the Yankees are going to win this war.
I'm being told 50% of all Hall of Famers in Major League Baseball played in Rickwood.
Wow.
Okay. I find that believable.
3 years there in a men's league. That it was.
I find that believable.
Wow. It's incredible. Hey, while we got you, did you happen to hear any of that interview that Dan Patrick did with Coach Calipari?
I heard parts of it, yes.
What'd you take away from that?
Well, not a whole lot, to be perfectly honest with you. I thought he look, Cal's a master at telling stories and essentially the same story in 5 or 6 different ways. That's what great storytellers do. I didn't hear anything terribly different in there. I know there was talk about the roster and some things like that. I don't know. What are you driving at?
Well, that's actually what I was getting at was the roster. Because we've all sat here and wondered when he said 8 to 9 players, what's that going to look like? And he actually put sort of faces to it, which is we're going to take a couple of freshmen. We're going to we're going to bring in a couple of veteran guys, and then he started talking about the way Dean Smith used to run his roster, which with players 10, 11, and 12. Those were the young guys. Those were the developmental guys. That, to me, gives me a plan. And I feel a whole lot better about the way this is going when I hear him say, okay, 10, 11, 12, they're developmental guys. Whether they stick or not is kind of irrelevant. It's, the 8 core guys, and that's, I felt like we understand what the plan is.
There are going to be 9 guys, and they're going to be NIL guys, and they're going to be 2 or 3 walk-ons, and they're going to be like old scholarship players, which is still a pretty good deal. I don't suspect that the 10, 11, and 12 guys will play much, if at all. I think that's going to be understood going in. There might be an opportunity for one of them to break into the rotation, but I don't think that we should. I don't think we should go into this. Just to be perfectly honest, I may be proven wrong, but I don't think we should go into this planning on a 10, 11, 12 guy to crack that 8-man rotation. I don't see that happening. As he said many weeks ago, those guys are, if they can develop into the type players that can be worthy of the top 9 and get some NIL money, well, that's great. But I think, and I'm just going to be honest here, I think that we've made way too much of this roster size. I didn't do the research. Mike Kaywood did. But, all the Final Four teams last year, none of them played 8 guys more than 10 minutes.
Wow.
All of the 7 of the Elite 8 teams, all of the number 1 and 2 seeds, none of them played 8 players more than 10 minutes. So these are not the guys that are going to win you a championship. And I'm saying that respectfully, at least not out on the floor. They've got a lot to do with winning a championship on a day-to-day basis, but they're not going to be the guys with a ball in their hands or out on the floor, frankly, unless 4 guys have fouled out.
And if they are, then the problem
starts. Day and age. Yeah.
Well, because nobody needs it.
Yeah.
Nobody needs it. Everything's high ball screen. Everything's pick and roll. I mean, you got some teams playing transition, but not nearly as much as – you're trying to get out in transition, but you don't have anybody going 40 minutes of hell. You don't have anybody doing that anymore. Very few anyway. You don't need depth like that anymore. You need 8, 9 good guys. You got 8 or 9 good players. All you got to do is look at what's happened the last 2 or 3 years. The team that's won it all has played about 8. and the team that was playing them played about 8.
You work in the TV timeouts. I mean, you're getting automatic rest. It's 8 or 9's about all you need.
These are 20-year-old kids, man. They can go all day. I mean, and they do. They can go all night, and they do that too. So I mean, I just think we put too much into that. It makes us feel a little better when we say, "Oh, I'm worried about injuries," and it makes us feel a little bit better. But as Cal said, hey, look, if you're into your 10th or 11th guy and you're relying on him to get you to the Final Four, it's probably not going to happen.
Yeah, but we got to have answers today. We got to have the. I mean, in our
I think we do have answers. I think we have all the answers. I mean, we're going to have 9 guys. Brazil's the 9th. After that, you're going to have 2 or 3 walk-ons. If I was a betting man, I'd say Lawson Blake will be one of them, and then there'll be a couple more. And that's. I think we know what it's going to look like. We just don't know what the rotation's going to be yet.
Well, you mentioned the injuries and playing time. I mean, these guys play so many games during the summer, and growing up in high school, summer ball and stuff. I mean, that's nothing new. Play a lot of minutes, no matter what the sport. So
well, I think there are things that we've grown conditioned to say. Well, what about injuries? I mean, I sure would feel better if you had this. Well, I mean, guys, there's a reason someone's a 10th or 11th or 12th guy.
Yeah.
Because while they're probably a great kid and a good player, they're not good enough to help you in a lot of those big moments. So I'm glad he's doing this, just to be honest. I think it's smart in terms of NIL money. And I think there's a reality that right now things can always change, and things generally do change from decade to decade. But right now, it's pretty much you're an 8-9 man rotation, and a lot more 8 than 9, and sometimes really closer to 7.
The NCAA Tournament Selection Committee is going to meet in about 2 weeks, and they're going to talk about some of the analytics and how we're selecting teams. And they put out this nice little press release about it. And, by the way, they want to there's a discussion going on that they want to increase the size of the field to 72 or 76 teams. You ready for another weekend of play-in games?
Well, I don't know exactly what's going to happen there. I mean, I understand, and this is the reason I don't really think I don't think it matters, because all you're going to be doing is getting the 12th or 13th team out of the SEC or the 12th or 13th team out of the Big Ten, and these aren't going to mid-majors. This is designed to get the big conferences more teams in. It's designed to get a for example, an SEC team that's 8-10 or 9-9 or somewhere in there, right on the bubble. It's designed to get them in. This is not going to be a boon for mid-majors. In fact, I wouldn't suspect that any of these new bids would go to mid-majors. If from what I read, there's not going to be that much extra money on the table right now. One of the options is also to do nothing. That is, I think what I read today, they've got 3 options, and the third is to do nothing. And I kind of think when the dust settles, that's going to be the one that wins.
You went from the excitement of, is it December the 10th that they're going to Madison Square Garden? Is that the date on that?
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Somewhere there.
Yeah.
To the excitement of playing in St. Louis on the 22nd of November. You've got to be jacked about going up to the...
Was that finalized
yeah,
today? Was that announced?
Thanksgiving Day.
Yep.
Thanksgiving Day playing... Who are we playing?
Illinois
in St. Louis.
It's sadly not at the Checker Dome, but at the Enterprise Center.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that'll be all right.
No,
that'll be okay. It sounded like we were going to play Illinois, and it sounded like it was going to be on a neutral floor. So St. Louis is all right, I guess.
Well, for you, it's a hop, skip, and a jump over to Como because you'll be playing football a day. What day's the Missouri game? It's the Friday or the Saturday. Okay, so 36 hours later.
That's exactly right. I hadn't thought about that.
So not bad for you.
No, this is great.
Little road trip.
Now,
Thanksgiving in Missouri, baby.
Woo!
It's happened before,
now,
believe
DQ
me.
is very anti-St. Louis pizza.
Oh, Emo's.
Emo's?
Yeah.
Trash.
I'm not as big on that as some people are. I would go so far as to say that DQ might be right.
Not big on the square. I think her thing is about the way that the slices are cut. Am I right on that?
Well, it tastes really bad.
It's awful.
All right.
It's
yeah,
awful.
I would tend. Now, if you're old enough to remember the old King Pizza in Fayetteville, they were the first ones that I knew of to do the squared slices.
Oh, that was the bomb.
I mean, they had like 5 pounds of cheese on every pizza.
Oh, it was glorious.
Cheese.
It was a different era back then.
Cheese can cover up a lot of errors.
They shipped one to the basketball team when they were in Japan.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Hey, I loved King Pizza.
Oh,
man.
it was
I
awesome.
Freshman 15 was due in large part to King Pizza.
Yeah. It's great.
But we've talked about this. I mean, the trip to Madison Square Garden, all of this. I mean, this is the Cal effect. Is Illinois is coming to? They're not coming because they're coming because of Cal to play him down in St. Louis.
Well, television arranges these games, and Calipari over the years has had a very good relationship with the TV people. It's interesting because with CBS being out of the SEC picture now. Any of these games that are scheduled, like with an Illinois, for example, a lot of these games, if it's not an ESPN game, for example, it's probably not going to be staged in what's traditionally the SEC footprint. Some of these CBS and Fox games, and I don't know who's televising this one. I haven't heard. You guys may know.
No, it hasn't been announced yet.
All right. But some of these TV deals are, worked out between the staffs, and a lot of it's based on relationships in the past. My understanding is that Calipari's staff has always been very good and easy to work with in terms of the network games. I mean, the big network games. And clearly they've been in a lot of them over the years. So TV arranges these games. It's not anyone's game per se. One of them's got to be designated the home team, obviously, but television arranges this, and you're right. I mean, it's the Cal effect. We wouldn't be playing Illinois on Thanksgiving Day in St. Louis if Cal wasn't our coach. Mm-hmm. I feel pretty sure in saying that.
We'll continue talking with Chuck. He'll face the poll questions coming up, but in the meantime, we've all seen the billboards. We've heard the car wreck attorney ads. No win, no fee. Fight the insurance company. If you've been injured, call 1-800-LAWYER now. So how do you choose which lawyer to hire when they all seem to promise the same things? Choose someone who has over a decade of experience in injury claims and lawsuits. Choose someone who used to defend the insurance companies but switched from the dark side. Let Jackie Mock of Mock Legal Solutions use her experience and insider knowledge of insurance industry to get the money you deserve. And may the force be with you. MockLegalSolutions.com. Real advice, reasonable price.
Join the local conversation on the McClarty Daniel Hotline. 866-285-4005. McClarty Daniel, a vehicle for every lifestyle.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and Yelp and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
It's Ruscin and Zach.
Give me the hug, Chuck.
Hey, it's Zach from the Ruscin and Zach Show. Join us Wednesday, June the 26th from 2 to 6 at Twin Peaks in Rogers. We'll be giving away tickets to the Fully Loaded Comedy Festival with comedian Bert Kreischer at the Walmart amp. Plus, we'll watch the NBA Draft live. Come to the Lodge and indulge in 29-degree draft beers while you find out where the future stars land. You won't want to miss it. It's Ruscin and Zach live Wednesday, June the 26th, 2 to 6 p.m. at Twin Peaks in Rogers, your ultimate sports lodge.
Picture this. You arrive at your hotel. You have an important online meeting lined up with clients from all across the country. You have your laptop open, ready to begin, and the Wi-Fi is so terrible, you can't even connect. These types of stressful situations happen all the time. They don't have to. When you book a room at La Quinta by Wyndham, you have access to their free high-speed Wi-Fi, so you can take care of those critical emails, join your meetings on time, and even unwind by streaming your favorite shows without having to worry. Tonight, La Quinta. Tomorrow, you shine. Book direct at lq.com.
Arkansas Golf and Power Sports offers the largest selection of golf and leisure vehicles with a full custom shop servicing all of Northwest Arkansas and the surrounding areas. Arkansas Golf and Power Sports offers 5 lines of golf and leisure vehicles, including E-Z-GO and Cushman. Arkansas Golf and Power Sports is a full-service dealership. Stop by 2733 North McConnell Avenue in Fayetteville or shop online at arpowersports.com.
Are you ready to upgrade your ride? Head on over to McClarty Daniel Country. McClarty Daniel has over 1,000 used cars to choose from, so you're sure to find the perfect vehicle to fit your needs and budget. With 6 convenient locations in Bentonville and Springdale, you're never too far away from a great deal. But that's not all. If you're looking for something brand new, they've got you covered there too, with a great selection of new cars available for you to upgrade to. So what are you waiting for? Come on down to McClarty Daniel and drive away in the car of your dreams. Online at McClartyDaniel.com.
How do I drive more traffic to my website? How do I increase my Google rankings? If these are just a few of the questions you have for your business, then we should talk. In addition to sports radio marketing, ESPN Arkansas can help your business be found online. From website design to geo-targeted campaigns, search engine marketing, social media management, streaming video campaigns, and much more. ESPN Arkansas is your digital marketing partner. Go to espnarkansasdigital.com for your free digital marketing audit or email us at sales@hitthatline.com to schedule an appointment.
Welcome to McClarty Daniel Country.
With 6 giant locations and over 3,000 vehicles, Northwest Arkansas is McClarty Daniel Country. Stop by one of our showrooms today to shop our full lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs.
McClarty Daniel is proud to be your premier automotive destination.
Need service? We work on all makes and models 6 days a week. Plus, our full-service collision center can repair anything, from a minor ding to a major collision. Have you visited McClarty Daniel Country?
Visit us online at McClartyDaniel.com.
Splash into summer with a red, white, and blue sale at Burton Pools and Spas. For a limited time, buy an in-ground pool and get a free heater. Save up to $1,500 on Doughboy above-ground pools. Or make a splash with semi-in-ground pools starting at just $200 per month. Get fit at home with an endless pool and enjoy free workout accessories worth $700. Hurry to Burton Pools and Spas in Fort Smith, Springdale, or Greenland. We do more than build pools. We build long-term relationships.
Lindsay and Associates are celebrating their 50th year in the real estate business and are the leading real estate company in Northwest Arkansas. Whether you're listing, selling, or leasing, Lindsay and Associates can handle all your real estate needs. With over 200 professionally trained agents and 3 convenient locations in Fayetteville, Rogers, and Bentonville, Lindsay and Associates is a winning choice. Go to lindsay.com to search all the current real estate inventory. At Lindsay and Associates, we bring great neighbors together.
Are you ready to upgrade your ride? Head on over to McClarty Daniel Country. McClarty Daniel has over 1,000 used cars to choose from, so you're sure to find the perfect vehicle to fit your needs and budget. With 6 convenient locations in Bentonville and Springdale, you're never too far away from a great deal. But that's not all. If you're looking for something brand new, they've got you covered there too, with a great selection of new cars available for you to upgrade to. So what are you waiting for? Come on down to McClarty Daniel and drive away in the car of your dreams. Online at McClartyDaniel.com.
Hi there, folks. I'm Chief Meteorologist Darby Bobby with the 4029 Get Ready Weather forecast. Well, out there this evening might be a stray shower, but throughout most of the rest of our night, we're looking at clearing skies. Lows drop in the upper 60s by our Friday morning. Still fairly comfortable early on. Highs around 90 on Friday. We'll have a little bit more sunshine and really no chance of rain, so a little hotter, just as humid. And then we get to the weekend, and it gets a little hotter still, with a lot of sunshine Saturday and Sunday. High temperatures will be in the low to mid 90s and even more humidity. That's your Get Ready Weather, only on 4029.
ESPN 99.5. It's Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
5:30 Thursday. Chuck Barrett is with us. Blair Cartwright sitting in for the Vacationing Ruskin. DQ is here. We'll do the polls here in a second. Chuck, John Rothstein of CBS Sports is now my mortal enemy.
Yes.
Yesterday, he tweeted out that the game was going to be played December 22nd at the Enterprise Center in St. Louis. This morning, he tweeted out that the game was going to be played Thanksgiving Day. Now he's tweeting out that the game's in Kansas City. By the time this is over, Chuck, you could be at the BOK Center in Tulsa.
It's going to end up.
That'd be fine. It's close.
Yeah, it's not so bad. I mean, you could be playing in Tokyo by the time we're done.
Yeah,
we played up there in Kansas City a few years ago.
Yeah, the Hall of Fame.
Hall of
place.
Fame or something.
And it's a nice arena.
Yeah, it's a very nice arena. It's downtown there in the.
Don't get comfortable because we're not sure you're going to be there.
I was going to say, I'm not making
Center.
plans yet, but if that's where we are, and it sounds like we're going to be there.
Yeah.
But that's what I was talking about. This apparently is going to be a CBS game.
Yeah.
And that's part of the reason it is. Now, I know Kansas City's technically right at the edge of the Missouri footprint. That's not a traditional spot, where SEC teams have generally played. And with CBS not being an SEC network anymore, I'm not surprised that's where it is.
Well, I apologize for getting your hopes up for
Well, you
Thanksgiving
got one
Day in
side of
St. Louis.
I-70 over the other, one end to the other.
Well,
right
and I
there.
thought it was kind of odd, too, that originally when they tweeted it would be in St. Louis because that's where they play Missouri in their
I thought the
little
same
border
thing.
war. So
Yeah. They'll have Illinois will play in Kansas City and St. Louis. I guess.
This is not a house of John Rothstein any longer. He is not a friend of the show. You ready to face the poll questions? DQ's got some good ones this week.
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, DQ, take it away.
Okay, Chuck. Does your official week start on a Sunday or a Monday?
I'm going with Monday.
Thank you. Yes. Yes.
The week starts on Sunday.
It's a weekend.
It officially starts on Sunday.
The weekend.
I know it officially maybe technically does, but for me, work begins Monday.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, this one was put up by Zach. Should the struggle bus include a loyalty rewards program?
Now, one more time.
Should the struggle bus include a loyalty rewards program?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I'm a what do they have? Chuck, you're like one of those diamond members on the airlines. I would be on the struggle bus. I am a diamond member.
Yeah, you would sit in the front seat.
No question.
Every time.
Every single time.
Gold card.
Okay, do you obey the no through traffic signs?
Generally speaking, yes, but not always.
DQ does not. She cuts through parking lots to get to work on time, and she's not on time.
Well, not to work.
Oh, you do it in like your civilian life.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Well, there's a no through traffic sign over here too that people use, but I don't use it anymore.
Oh, well, there it is.
Because it took me like 2 years to notice there was a no through traffic sign. Okay, when counting on your fingers, do you start with your index finger or your thumb?
Thumb.
Thank you.
That's great.
No, that's how you do it.
77% of people said index finger.
If you're counting,
Well, that means 23% of us know better.
exactly. If you're using your left hand to count, you start with the one that's furthest
well, you
left. your
you
thumb.
count with your right hand.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm doing it right
Yes.
now. Well, I mean, I'm doing it. Thumb.
Thumb first.
Okay, do you like sparkling water?
Negative. I do not.
75% of people were correct and said no.
Clarksville would never let him back in town.
I'm thankful that I'm with the majority now. You know how I love that.
Okay, what is the superior pencil sharpener?
Oh, jeez.
Your options are the handheld one, the electric one, and the one that's nailed to a wall in a school classroom.
The one that's nailed to the wall.
Yes.
School classroom.
Zach thinks it's the electric. I
no,
think it's the one on the wall.
It's because it's at eye level. It's up on the wall. You're able to get,
and it works.
You know, it works. It always works.
Yeah,
you never have to worry
fails you.
about it.
Yeah.
Never fails.
The joy of an electric pencil sharpener.
How many times do you think you should watch a movie before it can become your favorite?
At least 10.
Ooh.
So you're with the 24% that say more than 6 times.
Yeah, you gotta know the lines. You gotta be able to quote it. You gotta be able to irritate everybody in the room by saying the line before they say it on the movie. If you're able to do that, then you can talk about it being your favorite.
What is
movie.
your favorite movie?
Oh gosh, that's a tough
I
one.
mean,
The Godfather. Well, The Godfather Part 2, or 1 and 2.
Sure.
Beyond that, it's just entertainment.
Okay.
So, I mean,
All right,
but
yeah.
I would say The Godfather.
All right then.
Okay. Is saying I'll get gas in the morning the most annoying type of procrastination?
Yes, because it never comes from me, but I always hear it, and it always means I'm going to be the one getting gas the next day.
There it is.
We're out of gas means you got to get gas first thing tomorrow.
Oh, we're out of gas. No matter in either car, we're out of
Well,
gas.
we need to take out the trash tonight.
Yep.
Have you ever cut open a tube of toothpaste to use the last bit of it?
Yes, I have.
Thank you.
Times were hard.
Yes.
79% of people said no, they have not done
They haven't
that.
lived
I
right.
have.
Okay.
They've obviously never worked in radio.
Nope.
As a 23-year-old with a cabinet full of ramen noodles and maybe a little toothpaste.
Hey, speaking of ramen noodles, DQ 2 nights ago watched a movie about making ramen. An hour and 52-minute movie about how to make ramen.
It was a good movie.
That's a long movie.
It was a little long.
In subtitles, no less.
It was Japanese.
I'm going to guess it veered away. That was a metaphor.
And
That it veered away from the actual making of ramen noodles.
You know,
not really.
No, it really didn't.
It wasn't a metaphor. It was actual instruction.
It was a man. It was a man teaching an owner of a ramen shop in Japan how to make the best bowl of ramen for her restaurant.
Okay.
And
it took an hour and 52 minutes, huh?
I got a little bored toward the middle.
The best part, Chuck, was that the movie was shown on a bed sheet outside of a food truck.
Wow. Now, did they go chicken ramen noodles, beef? What did they do there?
I think they were doing pork mostly.
Okay, pork. That makes
Okay.
sense.
Today's the first day of summer. What is your preferred summer treat? A popsicle, ice cream, or snow cone?
Popsicle.
Ooh.
Only 14% of people said popsicle. I think
popsicle's great.
I think snow cone.
What flavor popsicle?
Well, I like the old, what was it they called? The dynamite, where you had the blue, the red, and the red.
The rocket pop.
Yeah, the bomb
Rocket pop.
Yeah.
That was it. Yeah, I like those.
When you're helping someone carry a heavy item, are you usually the one who's walking forwards or backwards?
Too often backwards. It always just seems to work out that way.
And our last one, do you think you could survive the apocalypse?
Probably not.
47% say that maybe for a few months they can. 22% say a hard no. And those are your Ruscin and Zach X polls. Go touch grass.
All right, we will wrap up the hour with What Did We Learn coming up.
This is Ruscin and Zach.
That is my sense of humor coming across.
ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com. McClarty Daniel, a vehicle for every lifestyle.
Welcome to McClarty Daniel Country.
With 6 giant locations and over 3,000 vehicles, Northwest Arkansas is McClarty Daniel Country. Stop by one of our showrooms today to shop our full lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs.
McClarty Daniel is proud to be your premier automotive destination.
Need service? We work on all makes and models 6 days a week. Plus, our full-service collision center can repair anything, from a minor ding to a major collision. Have you visited McClarty Daniel Country?
Visit us online at McClartyDaniel.com.
Jersey Mike's, locally owned and operated in Rogers, Bentonville, Fayetteville, and Springdale, believes in the value of ingredients, premium meats, the freshest vegetables, and delectable bread baked throughout the day. And then there's the juice that elevates your sandwich to the highest level. You'll taste the difference in every bite. Jersey Mike's subs are perfect for catering the office or your next tailgate party. Their cookie and brownie trays are the perfect finale to any type of gathering. Fresh baked daily, right there in the store. Jersey Mike's, the best submarine sandwich on the planet. Always.
I joke around and with my wife and call it my bionic knee.
But before Ernest became a patient with QC Kinetics, it was a different story.
I'd go to bed with my knee throbbing, heat, ice. I would get up in the middle of the night to get a drink or something, and I would just be hobbling.
He wasn't able to play on his rec basketball team or work in the yard. But QC Kinetics regenerative treatments turned around the situation without surgery or downtime, using Ernest's own healing properties to help restore his aching knee, now known as Ernest's bionic knee.
I am really happy because I am playing the game that I love so much. And I'm playing with my granddaughter, and I'm gardening, and I'm on my knees, and I'm jumping up. I have a 200-pound dog, and I'm playing with my dog.
Now Ernest is living his best life thanks to QC Kinetics, and so can you. Call today for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 479-999-1234. That's 479-999-1234.
999-1234. 479-999-1234.
Tougher than the first shower after a sunburn. They're the new Mahindra tractors at Tatum Motor Company. New Mahindras are heavier with more built-in weight, so you can push more, pull more, and lift more. Your new Mahindra will always be ready and capable. These tough Mahindra tractors are proudly made with steel, not plastic, so you'll never be envious of the other brands. Plus, with the new Mahindra, you get up to a 7-year powertrain warranty on most models and 0% financing on select models. 72 months. That's 6 years, no interest. If you're looking for a new tractor or tractor package, check out the new Mahindra from Tatum Motor Company. You can even call for a quote before you head down. Tatum Motors promises they won't be undersold. Tatum Motor Company in Anderson, Missouri and Tawnytown, Arkansas.
I'm Paul with Tatum Motor Company. Visit us online at tatummotor.com.
Have you heard? The Pleasure Playground just got a little bigger. Cupid's is growing. That's right. Cupid's Lingerie just opened its newest naughty location in Fayetteville at Crossover and Mission in the Walmart Shopping Center. Cupid's is a boutique specializing in all things pleasure and play, from lingerie to, well, everything you can imagine and more. Visit shopcupids.com today and treat someone special to something special. Cupid's Lingerie in Bentonville, Springdale, and now in Fayetteville. Cupid's Lingerie. Enjoy.
Let's drop in on the smarter guys at Stiff Plumbing and HVAC.
Do you know how many components can malfunction in your air conditioning system? Hundreds.
And doesn't it seem like they fail on the hottest days of the Arkansas summer?
If your air conditioner has stopped conditioning air, check the obvious.
Make sure you have a clean air filter, that the circuit breaker hasn't tripped, and that there's no ice on the outdoor unit. Seriously, ice in the summer, not good.
And if none of those steps take care of the problem, call Stiff Plumbing and HVAC.
We'll hunt down that malfunctioning component and send it on its merry way.
And leave you cool and comfortable.
Call 751-9691 or online at STITH Plumbing and HVAC.com. Tune in again next time to hear Zach say,
there'll be no malfunctioning on our watch.
On the next episode of the Smarter Guys at Stiff Plumbing and HVAC.
Are you in a constant battle with mosquitoes outside your house? Well, stop smacking yourself in the face and call Mosquito Joe. Whether it's playing ball with the kids or cooking out with friends, Mosquito Joe treatments allow you to enjoy your yard without the nuisance of pesky mosquitoes, ticks, and fleas. No more itching and no more wasting time on smelly bug sprays that don't work. Visit arkansas.mosquitojoe.com or call 479-202-9960 to get more information and a free quote. With Mosquito Joe, outside is fun again.
Are you ready to upgrade your ride? Head on over to McClarty Daniel Country. McClarty Daniel has over 1,000 used cars to choose from, so you're sure to find the perfect vehicle to fit your needs and budget. With 6 convenient locations in Bentonville and Springdale, you're never too far away from a great deal. But that's not all. If you're looking for something brand new, they've got you covered there too, with a great selection of new cars available for you to upgrade to. So what are you waiting for? Come on down to McClarty Daniel and drive away in the car of your dreams. Online at McClartyDaniel.com.
ESPN 99.5. Join the local conversation on the McClarty Daniel hotline, 866-285-4005. The most influential show in Arkansas. This is Ruskin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
Wrap it up at the 5 o'clock hour. Blair Cartwright here. DQ as well. Chuck Barrett is joining us from parts unknown. Joe, Chuck, you wanted to be a wrestler at some point.
Stone Mountain, Georgia.
Yeah,
That's right.
And
Stone Mountain.
I mean, there was
Georgia.
nothing more terrifying than being from parts unknown.
Yeah, if you were a wrestler with a mask on, you were always parts unknown.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
if you were a wild man.
Like the Moondogs.
The Moondogs.
Yeah, the Moondogs. Yeah, that's who I was thinking.
Rex and Spot.
Well, there
right?
were like I think there was a back. There was like a B
Moondog,
team.
Maine. There was a bunch.
Yeah,
of them.
there's a bunch of them. Chuck, did you learn anything this week? We have to be, polite.
I
toward you.
learned not to make plans for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's true. But you don't know where you're going, so maybe we
Going
hold
into
off.
the state of Missouri. I know that.
Be flexible.
DQ, what'd you learn?
I learned that giraffes are 30 times more likely to get hit by lightning
Giraffes?
than people.
All right.
the next
I almost got hit by lightning the other day. up here on
No,
Don
you did
Tyson.
not.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I was sitting at the traffic light at Don Tyson, and the lightning struck about, I don't know, it's probably 50 yards behind me.
Well, you were in your car.
Well, yeah, I was
Cars
in my
don't
car.
get
but-
hit by lightning.
Oh, I don't know if that's true, but okay, if that's what we want to go with. I have an audio. What did we learn today? Chuck, who is it?
Hold the line. Love isn't always on time.
I know.
Who's singing? Is that Foreigner?
No.
No.
Blair.
Toto.
Toto. That's right.
All right.
One hit wonders.
What?
Oh, they had more than one hit. They had more than one hit.
One-hit wonders?
Well, all right. Maybe that's an exaggeration.
You know, they were the backing band on the album known as Thriller.
They were. They were
house
actually
band.
true story. They were the house band, and they were the backup band for Thriller. They had and this will lead me into my what did I learn today? The lead singer had this. He had songs in his head, and he took the house band out on the road. They became Toto, and the first song that they booted out was Africa.
We went to Asia, I think.
Remember the
Didn't Asia sing Africa?
No,
No,
Toto.
no, Toto.
Yeah.
And then Weezer remade it
Right.
a few years back.
So here's what I learned.
I'm not up on my pop hits.
They've had like 3 lead singers.
Everybody knows this, right? DQ? I mean, you've heard
Yes.
of this. Okay. The son of composer John Williams, who did Star Wars, Jaws, all of that, Joseph Williams, is the lead singer of Toto.
Currently?
And also the adult voice of Simba in The Lion King and the singer of the Gummy Bears theme song.
That's a career.
What a guy.
Not bad.
That's a well-rounded musician, right? That's a man who's figured out a way to make a living.
He hasn't quite lived up to his dad, but, it's close enough, right?
Yeah,
That'll work.
it's a good career.
Yeah,
man.
oh, no, that's...
Nothing wrong with any of those gigs.
Blair, did you learn anything this week?
Yeah, I learned that there are no current original members in Foreigner.
Yeah. Chuck, Blair went to... now, Chuck, this is our generation. Styx, Foreigner, and John Waite performed at the Amp last night.
Yeah.
Which of those acts do you think Blair went to see?
Sticks.
Nope. John Waite.
And the Babies.
Yeah. Bad English.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Did you sing along with him when he sang Missing You?
Oh, no, actually, that was the one I did not sing.
Okay.
Why?
I don't know.
You didn't
It's
sway
like the
and
one
sing
song
and light
everybody
your
knows.
lighter on that one?
Yeah. Do what?
I bet it was a good show.
It was a good show. And there were people there older than us. It was like the class of 78 reunion.
Wow.
We were the young guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually getting to that point in my life where I like going where I'm the youngest one in the room, and it's getting more and more difficult to find those rooms.
Last night would have been your scene.
Well, they shut down Bobby Socks, so you can't go there on Friday night anymore.
You went to the Bobby Sox.
Be the cute young guy over in the corner.
Chuck, I know you went for the for the buffet on Sunday at Bobby Sox.
I'm not saying I never went there.
Okay.
But there's no evidence now. There's no evidence it ever happened. It's gone.
It's a doctor's office now. So
that's right.
I learned one other thing, and I am fascinated by Tony Gwynn. And I think Tony Gwynn's one of the best modern day baseball players. He had more RBIs than strikeouts in every single one of his 20 big league seasons from 82 to 2001.
Well, you can go down a rabbit hole with Tony Gwynn stats. And
Absolutely,
it's just mind blowing.
He's absolutely he was the best hitter of at least my lifetime. Sure.
You think launch angle? You think they talked about launch angle when Tony Gwynn was discussing hitting? Rod Carew, any of those guys?
That's one of those things. Like Chuck, if I walk up to you before a broadcast, I'm not saying anything. You got it. And the same thing with Tony Gwynn. Yeah, if he's in a slump, maybe you help him, but that didn't happen very often.
I wonder sometimes what a guy like Gwynn and Carew, what their approach would be at the plate now. With the game.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it. It's hard to poke a 100-mile-an-hour fastball into left field. I mean, you can take an 88-mile-per-hour fastball the other way with 2 strikes. It's hard to do that when everybody's throwing 100. I just kind of wonder what they'd be like now.
The modern equivalent is Luis Arias from with San Diego.
But Gwynn would be able to do it. He was one of the first guys that
I would think so. I'm not arguing with him.
Yeah.
I mean, they're great hitters. I mean, it seemed like particularly Carew back in the day. I mean, he could poke one to left field whenever he wanted.
Yeah.
And I just don't know with the velocity now if you could do that.
Yeah, Gwent had Sony install video equipment. He was one of the
he's
first
one of the
people
first
to
ones that did the
I
video,
believe that.
video thing. Yeah, I mean, it was.
Now, Chuck, are you going to hang up with us and head to go watch the Cardinal game?
I am going to watch the Cardinals.
A few times, people in Northwest Arkansas can see the Cardinals in prime time with all the blackout restrictions. But it should be fun. As always, we appreciate you hopping on with us and filling out your suspension.
Well, as always, it's my thrill. So thank you.
Oh, that's not good. Chuck, we will release you and we'll let you go and enjoy your Cardinals game, and we'll take care of it from here. Any last words of wisdom before I check out for the night? I'm going into my own.
You guys have done a great job.
So you got to lower octave there if you're going to sell that.
You guys have done a great job.
There it is. There.
You guys have really done a great job.
All righty, Chuck. Thank you very much.
All right, guys. Enjoyed it. Thank you.
Chuck Barrett, the voice of the Razorbacks, serving. He's only got like 84 months to go on his sentence, so we're pretty excited about that.
That's good.
Yeah, I figure we'll all be retired long before he gets to. He can finally stop hopping on. Tomorrow, Nick Limbert's going to come in here. DQ will be here. We have anything else planned? Anything?
No.
No. Okay. Good. Baseball tonight on Fox. The game over at Rickwood Field down in Birmingham should be wonderful. I was watching some of the post game the pregame just a minute ago, and of course Barry Bonds is on the set. And Jeter asks Bonds, "Well, how would you have done against Satchel Paige?" And all he said was "gone." So Barry hasn't changed a bit.